You could drink on live.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Okay, we went live on this one. Check out my phone or what?
Yeah, check on your phone real quick.
That's how it looks.
Check the audio.
Yeah, mic check, mic check, mic check. Check my mic, check my mic.
Okay. What's going on, guys?
Anybody who's here, nobody, but
We got 2 viewers right now. Or I think you were one of them.
it's me.
Probably.
We out here. Let's start it right now. We'll start it right now. We'll do a little countdown. Shall I lower this a little bit lower? I'm not trying to get demonetized out here.
Oh, put mute. See if it does the.
Mute.
See if it does the words. No.
Oh, you want the subtitles?
Yeah.
I didn't have to put those on.
I wonder if you could put volume and subtitles.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna work on this text right now.
English settings.
What kind of font we doing? Okay, it'd be nice if this was a normal text. Okay, what's going on here? We got Jarvis Landry.
You gotta do the text like that every single one.
I'm gonna try to get it to
Shout out to my Fabletics. Is that what they're called? Fabletics?
Fabletics. Yeah.
They're fit. They're athletic. They're Fabletics. Shout out to the boy Jack Black. I'm sorry, I am being quiet. I am tweeting. Join us. We're live reacting to the hashtag 2021 NFL Draft. Grab a drink, hang out with that Obi Jack and that Josh G.
Sounds good to me.
As they discuss each and every pick of the first round. Clap. Oh shit. They go straight to YouTube like that. I forgot Twitter updated.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay, it's tweeted.
Sorry, guys. We're trying to figure this out. Trying to get this.
Yes, for anybody who's in here already, Jake is going to struggle a bit, have ups and downs with the live stream because it's our first ever live event kind of thing where Jake has to do the banners and the titles. So it's gonna be bad.
Trying to get.
I think you could admit that it's probably gonna be bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's our first time doing it, so it's probably gonna be pretty bad. I'm trying to just figure out a font here.
But welcome. Let's make a welcome.
That's good. I like that.
Let's make a quick welcome real quick as the Jacksonville Jaguars are officially on the clock.
They're at 9:34 right now.
Yes, so welcome to the Media Mixtape 2021 live NFL Draft Party. If you guys haven't checked out our mock draft, the mock draft is out. We believe it's the perfect mock draft out there. Not really, but, how perfect can you get when it comes down to trying to guess these picks? A lot has happened today. I should have lotioned up. A lot has happened today in the NFL for those of you who have not been paying attention. Obviously, with the first overall pick, we pretty much more or less know who it's going to be. Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. In our mock draft, we had a Trevor Lawrence. Everyone's mock draft has a Trevor Lawrence. We believe it's going to be Trevor Lawrence. If it's not Trevor Lawrence, and I know it is going to be, but if it's not, how crazy would that be? What's your one-word response if it's not Trevor Lawrence, Jake?
I don't even think I would have a response if we're being completely
Speechless.
honest. Yeah,
that would
definitely.
absolutely make the entire live stream if
Yeah.
he wasn't the first overall pick. But he's most likely going to be the first overall pick. But not speaking about Jacksonville, even though they are on the clock, did you hear about Aaron Rodgers potentially not wanting to ever play for the Green Bay Packers again?
I mean, yeah, he can totally mess up this draft. And
Aaron Rodgers can for sure.
Yeah,
If you're Jacksonville, I'm calling them right now, and I'm like, "What's up?"
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Trevor for Aaron Rodgers straight up.
Straight
Nah.
up.
Nah, I don't think
I mean, it would take a lot. It would probably take 2 firsts to even start the conversation.
no, but I also wouldn't even think if you're Jacksonville, would you even trade for?
yeah, you go ahead.
Rodgers.
Let's go young.
Let's go for the young Aaron Rodgers.
franchise guy who
right?
we think is going to be Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully, But his dad definitely can mess some things up for sure.
If you guys don't know, I will be live tweeting as well during the entire mock draft. I mean, the entire draft. I've been saying mock draft so much the last few months. I'll be live tweeting, so follow us on Twitter at media_mixtape. I'm gonna tweet every single pick. So
Yeah,
if
Josh
for some
gonna-
reason you can't watch us talk about it, then
Yeah, Josh going to carry the load right now. I'm trying to figure out this damn
oh yeah.
text.
I love
So-
talking. I don't mind talking. I look kind of buff right
Kinda
now.
beefy.
Kind of thick right now. Next year, we're going to invest in a green screen. I think that's fair to say for Jake and I.
Yes, that's
We
valid.
usually record in our studio. Not there today. It's all good. It's all good. We got to have the TV out right here in the living room, so check it out.
I want this
The
to
draft.
go all the way across like that.
For those who aren't watching, Trevor Lawrence showing some of his highlights right now. He is the expected pick. I like Trevor, man. I'm speaking to myself right now. Jake's figuring some things out.
Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to
No, you're good.
figure
You're
this
good.
out.
I like Trevor Lawrence. Think he's a beast. The one thing I keep saying over and over again, though, is like for any Jacksonville fans who happen to be watching our live stream, he's not going to be Peyton Manning his rookie season because Peyton Manning wasn't Peyton Manning his rookie season. He had a horrible rookie year, horrible first couple seasons, actually. So keep your expectations low. I mean, obviously, Trevor Lawrence is going to make your team interesting for the next few years, but expect him to be at least Justin Herbert next year. That's decent expectations, I think, for Trevor Lawrence. That's what I'm gonna have his expectations at. If he doesn't live up to, that's his wife. Damn, she's beautiful.
They literally just got married, I think.
Yeah.
He was talking about it today, so.
Shout out Trevor Lawrence. Your wife is beautiful.
All right, I think I got it, guys. Looks good here. Let's see how many viewers we got. 1. Great, fantastic. All right, let me start filling this out for you guys. Get a little bit of a... See what the order is at least. Jets, 3. Who do we got? Who's that 3? 49ers? Whoop.
Yeah.
Let's get a little space in between these, huh?
What does it say? 6 playbacks? Does that mean someone like 6 times watched? It's you, huh?
Probably. Let's see. What is... Oh, cancel. Cancel. Don't want to do that. All right. So we're looking good so far. Let's work on this text still. 49ers. Okay. What are they... this is what pisses me off the most.
What?
Why did they take the whole clock? We know you're taking Trevor Lawrence here. Like it's
I wonder if when it comes down to the draft, if like they have to take the clock. Like either it's calling and seeing about trades, obviously, or is it like you have to use the whole clock because the NFL wants you to for its own purposes of like
entertainment
value. Like we need to have you got to take at least 6 minutes before you make the pick.
It's just annoying to me.
To me, it blows my mind though. Like they have 10 minutes. You think about it, a lot of us say, "Oh, it's so much time," but there's some picks where we don't know what's gonna happen. So it's like you have 10 minutes to decide. Like I gotta call. If you're Jacksonville, for example, and you somehow want, I gotta call Green Bay and discuss details about a trade, and then like they gotta announce that. Get the technicians gotta worry about changing the logos and what hat is he gonna wear. You know what I mean?
I think they have that ready, in my opinion.
They do. I'm just saying, like, in terms of some trades, like trades happen day of, you know?
Well, I'm saying Jacksonville, come on, you're the first pick. You've had the first pick for fucking months now. What are we doing here? Come on, you're using the whole 10 minutes?
I feel like the pick is in already. Or maybe, and
The
who
pick
knows?
has been in for 2 months.
We talk about this, man. Who knows? Urban Meyer did say, I saw earlier he was talking, Urban Meyer did say they had their eye on 3 quarterbacks at the first overall pick. So
I think that's just...
obviously he has to. Obviously he has to say that, but.
We got lines. Wait, I'm going to fill out the 10, and then, we're going to get into this.
When it gets to like 5, you could fill out some more.
Yeah.
While we're waiting. We out here, man. Welcome anybody who's here watching us.
What's going to be really annoying is when somebody trades, and I got to redo this.
Yeah, I might have shit typed out before for Twitter, so when a trade happens, I'm going to have to go, a trade happened. Type all that bullshit, but I'll figure that out as it gets there. 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We know who the pick is. Trevor Lawrence ahead of the game. Ahead of the game on the Jaguars playbook. I think this reporter right now is currently talking about how Trevor Lawrence already has the Jacksonville playbook. So
I'm going to put it up a little bit. We couldn't get any... there's some type of button there?
No.
All right. It is what it is.
I don't want to listen to it too much. I don't want to get demonetized out here, son. I want to
hear what they're saying a little bit.
Settings, choose language, start recording ESPN Now settings, timer, viewer, favorites, audio.
All right, I think we're good. How do we like this font here?
Display, power on, language, English, language keyboard.
It would just help us to hear what they're talking about at least.
Nah, no subtitles.
I mean,
you hear the TV?
Them using... Yeah, I could hear it.
You can hear the TV?
Oh, no, I can't.
No, I'm saying when you listen.
Sorry, guys. This is all kind of last minute. Family emergency today. So stick with us. We're figuring it out as we go.
Yeah, if we didn't have a family emergency today, we definitely would have been chilling.
We would have been...
You got to update me, by the way, about the family emergency after. It's fine.
You're adopted. Yeah, everything's good.
It's all good?
Yeah, everything's good.
Already on Twitter, someone says, why is Jacksonville waiting for this, letting this clock
That's what I'm saying. All right, pick is in. Pick's been in for months now at this point. And obviously, you could tell by his hat, my jersey, which pick we are excited for.
Very excited for the number 10 overall pick. It's going to be Pat Surtain, but knock on wood, you know?
I mean, yeah, you just don't know, man. I saw some mocks. It was Pat Surtain going 6th. I mean, it's
sixth.
Yeah.
To Miami?
That's what I'm saying. No,
Doesn't
via
sense.
trade, though. It was via trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone traded up to go get him. Which
You got to emphasize that. 'Cause like, why the hell would Miami take another corner? So the pick is in for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Taking the stage, we are assuming is about to be Roger Goodell. Met by a lot of boos out there in Cleveland.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's the best commissioner out there. And I know he's not. But I also don't necessarily 100% understand. Like, if I was there in Cleveland right now, would I boo? Probably not. Would you? I
think it's part of the tradition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Here we go. Roger Goodell's up there talking about first pick. Jacksonville Jaguars select. I'm saying at the same time as him. Trevor Lawrence.
Never in doubt.
Quarterback out of Clemson University. Congratulations to Trevor Lawrence. He's not even on the phone. Usually on the phone this time.
I mean, because he knew, bro. He talked to fucking Urban last week.
That's incredible, man. For it to be official, it must be an amazing feeling. I can't help but smile at that. I know we expected this, but shout out to Trevor Lawrence. He's been the number 1 quarterback. You know, I went to a high school camp. I was just happened to be in Idaho. It was an elite high school camp when I went to Boise State just to check out the blue field. He could have been there. I don't know if he was. Because they didn't have like announcements going on during his high school. I'm just saying, I could have possibly been watching Trevor Lawrence in high school. In high school. Probably not, but...
Oh, let me do my job here and update the...
Because he actually is younger than me. Obviously. He's 21?
I'm not sure. QB.
Field Yates tweeted, at the risk of bragging, I still haven't missed a single pick of my mock draft. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has, to be honest. All right, Jets are on the board. This is going to be interesting. Do they take Zach? Do they come out of nowhere and take Zach? Justin Fields. Sorry.
A lot of people have been assuming what this pick is going to be. A lot of people assume it's going to be a quarterback.
Yes.
A lot of people are assuming it's going to be Zach Wilson. There's a question mark there because the Jets can do Jets things, right? And I don't mean that Zach Wilson, if you don't take him, that's a wrong pick. I'm just saying it would be a Jets thing to surprise everyone and take a quarterback like Justin Fields, right? Well, to be fair, like Justin Fields was the second best quarterback in this class until people kept talking. It's like you talk yourself out of this, and like Fields was the second best quarterback in this class. Cut even after he beat Trevor Lawrence, it was like, yeah, he's the second best quarterback in this class. And then now all of a sudden a few weeks go by and he's not anymore. So could the Jets go ahead and still believe that Justin Fields is the best quarterback in this class? I mean, after Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely, Fields. I mean, Mac Jones has been talked about a lot of people as well, so they definitely could go, hey, we're going to do another New York Jets thing and take a quarterback who people think is not as great as Justin Fields even. So
I'm not saying it's a Jets thing in the sense of I think Justin Fields is going to be trash and I think Zach Wilson is going to be great. I'm just saying it could be the Jets thing to surprise people.
Yeah.
They've surprised people before, right? Passing up on Warren Sapp a few years ago. Not too long, a few years ago.
Who did they take again?
A tight end.
But again, you never know. You never know with these things. You never know who's going to be a beast. Right now, they're showing Zach Wilson highlights. Jets have about 5 minutes left on the board. But everybody is assuming after the trade of Sam Darnold that Zach Wilson is the pick. It'll be interesting to see if they change that, especially with all the quarterback. Maybe Trey Lance comes out of nowhere and just becomes a New York Jet. We just don't know, but everybody's assuming Zach Wilson for this one.
Yeah, and I think it looks right. I think for some reason, I've talked about this a lot of times. I like Sam Darnold. I'm a little bit of a USC fan, so I would have liked if the Jets just went ahead and stuck with Sam Darnold, but they decided to move on. And I think it's going to be hard for Zach Wilson. He's going to be in a position where they're not going to have a great offensive line. We saw Sam Darnold running for his life last year in his whole career, essentially, so far, the Jet uniform. I think we're going to see a little bit of that from Zach Wilson early on, some bad throws. He has potential because he's cool, right? And he's fun to watch. To me, he has potential to, early in his career, remind a lot of people of Drew Lock. Like, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, shit, he's pretty good, and who knows? And we're seeing right now with the Denver Broncos, at number 9, they could take a quarterback. You know what I mean? Depending on who falls in their lap. So it could be a worry for the Jets, right? If you obviously don't want anybody talking about him and Drew Lock in the same conversation. Right. But I'm saying it's potential of something like that, especially early in his Jets career. But a lot of people believe he has a potential to also be a Patrick Mahomes-like quarterback.
I don't see the Patrick Mahomes thing. I think that's crazy. But
I don't think anyone's ever going to be Patrick Mahomes. I
think that always happens too. You go, who's the best quarterback in the league? Oh, this next guy is that guy. I don't always agree with that, but we'll see what happens. Again, 3 minutes left, 3 minutes and 26 seconds for the Jets. But it looks like somebody's on the phone in their war room.
Yeah, they're up. They're already clapping and high-fiving each other on the phone.
Pretty interesting. They're all on. I mean, there's a lot of people in the room considering COVID stuff. But
they're wearing a mask. They're wearing a mask.
No, I'm just saying.
They're wearing a mask.
I'm just saying.
They're probably all vaxxed up, too.
It looks like a typical war room. Yeah.
It doesn't look any adjusted. I get what you mean. It sounds like you're talking like smooth jazz, by the way. I just got to tell you from my perspective.
What?
You're talking very cool.
Because I'm a commentator, bro. That's what I do. This is what I do. I do live drafts.
And you hear all the other commentators are like, well, you see with Trevor Lawrence. The thing about Zach Wilson is they're showing that Zach Wilson throw that he had at his pro day. It was a great throw. Okay?
It's a good throw, but there's nobody.
It was a great throw, but let's chill out. Let's just chill out. That's it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to say anything else.
Have we never seen that throw before? It'd be different if he
They're about to show Aaron Rodgers the exact same throw. That's what they're going to do. So we have seen that throw.
All right, pick is in from the Jets. I mean, SF is coming up next. We can see we might see something crazy happen right now. If I'm San Francisco, whatever trade offer I had for Aaron Rodgers before, I go, hey man, it's still on the board. I know they can go, hey, well, because you know Aaron wants to leave now. If I'm the 49ers, I go, hey, We don't care, bro. It's still on the board. Everything that we offered, take it or leave it.
Well, I heard about that offer, and then Adam Schefter actually posted that offer being rumored. I said when I shared that offer with you, I tweeted it. I sent you the Twitter DM saying that I heard it's fake, right? So Adam Schefter came out and said, absolutely not. No offer has been made on Aaron Rodgers. Now, people have called about Aaron Rodgers, but no offer has officially been made. So there's that.
I mean, if you're the 49ers, I think you got to go all in. If you had a chance at getting Aaron Rodgers, if that was true, we'll give you this. We'll give you the third. We'll give you a first round next year. I think you do whatever it takes to get Aaron Rodgers on your team.
Yeah, I think if I'm the Niners, I'm calling right now.
Yeah.
I'm currently calling and saying you could have number 3, and then we'll start from there. And what else do you want? You know,
Right.
and then that's where the conversation starts. Do you want Jimmy G? I don't know if
Look,
I don't know if
we'll give
Green Bay
you Jimmy
wants
G and we'll go from there, bro.
Now, they explained before, if you guys aren't watching the draft, again, I know you guys aren't watching. If you're watching us, you're not watching the draft probably. There's a chair, and Goodell said who's going to sit there. I don't know who it is now.
It's like a super fan.
Jets
Okay, pick
is
is in.
Zach Wilson is the pick. A very expected Zach Wilson quarterback out of BYU. 5 foot something. I'm just kidding. He's probably 6 foot or something. But
Zach, the Zach man himself. Zach
arguably
Wilson.
the most quarterback-looking quarterback in the NFL draft, and I mean that by face. He looks very quarterback-like. If we were going to have a TV show and we're creating one tomorrow, we needed to use a real NFL player to play an NFL quarterback. I mean, our high school quarterback in our TV show, we would pick Zach Wilson.
That's true.
You know
That
what I mean?
is very
Off
true.
his face alone.
I'm gonna add some blue in here just because we're Cowboys
he's
fans,
the quarterback for the football team. For the fucking what are they called? East High
Yeah.
Wildcats.
I mean, if you told me he was gonna be in the
East
High
High, is
School
that what they're
Musical
called?
reboot.
High School Musical.
What? No, what? He played basketball.
East High though. That's what they're called?
Yeah, I think so.
East High Wildcats.
No, man, I didn't watch that. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
if we were gonna
I totally watched
reboot,
it and
if
I
we
was
were
a
gonna
big fan,
reboot
so-
High School Musical and we were gonna have the star be a football player instead of a basketball player, it's gonna be Zach Wilson. And he's gonna be the quarterback of the high school
Yes,
team.
I agree.
So how do you guys feel about the pick? Let us know in the chat. I don't even know. How can you see the chat? Can you even see the chat, Jake?
Let's take a look.
Let us know in the live chat if anyone's watching. How do you guys feel about this pick, man? If you're a Jets fan out there, how do you guys feel about
Stream marker.
Zach Wilson, quarterback? I think he's good. We didn't even, how about we talk about the player, huh? I think Zach Wilson's a good player. I just think he's going to struggle coming out for the first couple years. It's expected. What do you expect, Jets fans? Your team is not very great, but you spent a little bit of money in free agency. You got a lot of draft picks to work with this year and next year. Be excited. Oh, he must be a super fan or something, right?
I would assume, right? You're a fan. You got a chance to be in the chair. This looks like a normal draft, which is crazy to me. I thought it was going to be
borderline normal draft. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. Look at the crowd behind. There isn't a huge crowd in Cleveland.
Oh, so the chat's right here. Obviously, nobody said anything, but how do you feel with the text at the bottom?
That's cool.
Good.
It looks like somebody.
Man, bro, I was gonna have
just
like a
started live
starting soon stream. I was gonna be like a page, everything. I was gonna do it all, man.
Our ads were gonna be a little bit
better, obviously, but
it is what it is, man.
it's not bad. It's not the worst thing. He totally looks like the guy
The
that
next
you
draft
cast.
bust.
No, I'm saying like that. The guy that you cast as a football player. All right, 49ers are up. Is it Zach? Is it a dream come true?
No, I do have to say this about Zach Wilson. I'm not rooting against the kid. I think he's a good player. I think he's going to be a good player in the NFL. I just have a little bit of a feeling that he's going to struggle out in New York. I mean, everyone does, so it's not too. I'm not really shocking the world by saying that. Everyone struggles in a Jets uniform.
Yeah.
It feels like the last 10, 15 years.
Like he's not going to a team that's super stacked in his favor, but we'll see. I mean, maybe he's this generational life-changing guy for New York. Well, we'll see what happens with
That's the hope. That's the hope for New York. And I think the good news, if you're a Jets fan, right? I know it's not really been all peaches and creams for you guys for the last few years. We're looking at your draft history of quarterback from Joe Namath to guys like Mark Sanchez, Sam Darnold, now Zach Wilson.
Well, see, there was your problem there. You took you.
Oh, these are first-round quarterbacks. I was going to say, where's my boy Christian Hackenberg at? Christian Hacky
You
Sack.
took 2 USC quarterbacks back-to-back.
Hey,
that
relax.
was your problem, okay?
Relax.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Name me a USC quarterback that's panned out in the NFL.
But for you guys to feel good,
wait.
you Jets fans to feel good about this pick, I wanted to say Robert Saleh, I think, is a great football mind. Now, I know he's a defensive guy, but I would trust that he's going to come in and help make some right decisions for your franchise. And if he believes in Zach Wilson enough to go ahead and trade and move on from Sam Darnold, and then now take Zach Wilson with the second overall pick in the draft, that has to feel a little bit good for you. You know what I mean? It has to feel you got to be confident in that, confident in your new coach, and really believe that this guy could really be the next positive move for the organization, because I think it is. I think Robert Saleh could be the turnaround point for the New York Jets. The San Francisco 49ers on the clock. There's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Now, we can easily go to Adam Schefter's tweets and see before it happens who's the pick is going to be, because he always makes the pick like a minute before the pick actually happens.
Right.
But we decided to react to the draft live. So if you enjoy that and like that, let us know.
So as of right now, you know what? Actually, me and Josh have a bet on this one. I'm saying Mac Jones is going to the 49ers.
How much you bet? $20?
No, we bet $20. So we about to find out live.
We're not even discussing how interesting this third overall pick is going to be. Yeah. The San Francisco 49ers can go many different routes. Obviously, 3. They can go 3 routes. They can go Mac Jones, quarterback out of Alabama. They can go Justin Fields, quarterback out of Ohio State. And I believe they're most likely going to go Trey Lance, quarterback out of North Dakota State. That's just my feeling, man. I really can't explain why. I think if you're Kyle Shanahan, you want a more mobile quarterback. You want a quarterback you could do different things with. And I think that's going to be Trey Lance. We're currently seeing Booger McFarland break down film of how Mac Jones is so not mobile.
Hey, don't worry about that.
A lot of opportunity to move.
Just take him. Hey, look at he got
he's
past
getting
that
sacked.
guy. He got past him though.
The pick is in, though.
Pick is in. Interesting.
For the 49ers,
okay.
The pick is in.
No trade notification so far, so it looks like
I'm
the
gonna
49ers
type
are
out
taking a quarterback.
Mac Jones and Trey Lance, and if it's Justin Fields, I'm gonna lose my mind.
So the pick is in. This is going to be extremely. This is going to be probably the most crazy pick of the draft, I think, in my opinion.
QB, North Dakota State University.
North Dakota State. I don't know, man. Taking another North Dakota State guy, it's iffy to me. But you know my feelings. Obviously, with the jersey I have on, you know the feelings that I have for North Dakota State.
Yeah. Has Carson Wentz traumatized these NFL teams enough to not go ahead and take another North Dakota State quarterback?
Yes.
I disagree. I don't believe that's the case. There's a reason why a team who's ready to win now in the Indianapolis Colts went out to get Carson Wentz. I think it was Philadelphia that was the issue, and not Carson Wentz. Now Carson Wentz is not better than Dak Prescott. I'm telling you that right now. But Carson Wentz isn't as bad, I don't think, as he's being depicted. I think he had a really bad, horrible, one of the worst seasons we've ever seen in a quarterback. But that had a lot more to do with Philly, less to do with Carson Wentz. So I wouldn't be afraid to take a North Dakota State quarterback if I was an NFL team. Each player is different, man. That's like saying you wouldn't take an Ohio State quarterback because Dwayne Haskins.
Don't take one. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see Justin Fields' career. But the pick is in for the 49ers.
Roger Goodell
taking his sweet time, getting to the podium. Come on,
slow ass. Come on,
I will say it is going pretty quickly, I think, this year. Better than most.
With the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, Trey Lance. Let's go! What I say, baby?
Oh.
What I say, baby? Come on now, kid.
All right, I owe Josh $20, man.
Me, bro.
I owe Josh $20. That's very interesting.
Trey Lance either. Don't play with the boy Trey Lance either. Jake said he doesn't believe he's going to be a good quarterback. That boy looks like a dog. If you look at him in the face, looks like a dog. He's crying. This guy's about to go be a quarterback for a potentially Super Bowl winning team. Trey Lance, we're expecting you to have a year off. You're not getting a year off. You better be ready. Falcons, Justin Fields, get him on the phone. Let's do this. Atlanta. So far, 3 for 3 on our draft. That's give me a cooler. Give me a cooler.
Okay, sorry. I'm
We're
just
3 for 3 in our mock draft, baby.
I'm pulling it up now. We are 3 for 3.
That's what we do.
We have Kyle Pitts going next in our draft, and if you guys haven't, go check out media_mixtape. We posted the photos there. We have the results of our draft that we did the other day. So, wow, interesting.
How you feel, Jake? How you feel?
I'm surprised. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm surprised. I really thought Mac Jones was gonna go. Now this kind of throws a wrench into a lot of things because I have no idea where Mac is going. I think did we have him going in the first round?
I've been telling you since months ago, Mac Jones, poor guy, is going to sit and slide and slide and slide, and he's going to find himself getting drafted by the Washington football team at pick number 19. They will not trade up for Mac Jones. Mac Jones will fall in Washington football team's lap, and I'll be happy as a Dallas Cowboys fan that that's the quarterback they're trying to rely on to beat us. Come on, Washington. But speaking of Trey Lance, man, we see him mobile. To me, I think he has flashes of Deshaun Watson. Now, don't take that as a face for what's the word for it? Eye for eye comparison. He's not Deshaun Watson, obviously, but he can move and he can pass, and that's exactly what Deshaun Watson can do, and a lot of other quarterbacks can do the same thing, so I get it. But he's a runner, man. This kid's a runner. A little bit of Cam Newton in him, right? Early on, Cam Newton. I think the kid's good. I think he probably could have used a year off to be on the bench and learn like a Patrick Mahomes. But at the end of the day, who knows? San Fran could definitely go that route. They still have Jimmy Garoppolo, but is anyone really going to be breaking the calling phone off the ringer to go trade for Garoppolo? I don't think so. And I think if you're San Fran, you go, hey, Jimmy, we got you, bro. Keep competing. We want you to be our quarterback next year. And if Trey Lance beats you, then Trey Lance beats you out.
Yeah.
But we see San Fran's war room, got a lot of fist bumps going on. Everyone seems to be very happy with that pick, and I'm very happy.
So
that
I wonder if the Mac Jones stuff was a smokescreen for
Of course it was a smokescreen, bro.
teams,
Of
right?
course it was a smokescreen.
Mac
Jones
they were
is not that
legitimately
guy, bro. I've been telling you, they were not going to go up and trade up to take a quarterback like Mac Jones, who's basically Jimmy G. It just didn't make any sense. And
he's a young Jimmy G.
We were right, we were right. So I'm feeling good. A lot of people on our poll so far have voted. So far, the vote is okay pick. If you want to go vote on that poll, we have a poll for every single draft pick. Media Mixtape, Twitter, it's right there. Media Mixtape, Twitter. Follow us at media_mixtape. I'm tweeting every single pick, and asking if you guys like the pick or not. So go vote over there. Media Mixtape podcast. Or media_mixtape on Twitter. Now I'm getting the next pick ready. Who do you think is going to be, Jake, Atlanta?
This one's crazy, too, because they definitely could take a quarterback. I would assume it would be Justin Fields if you go quarterback here. Kyle Pitts is an interesting pick here at number 4. Out of this really can go a lot of ways.
Ignore my typo on all my tweets so far. I said with the third pick in 2020. That's what I said. I said in the.
Wow. I think we'll have to see, man. I think I'm going to assume Kyle Pitts because that's what we picked in our mock draft, but they could go quarterback. They could take Justin Fields. It's going to be interesting to see where they go. I like his suit. I want that suit. Just so shout out to Trey Lance. He's already my favorite rookie so far until the Cowboys pick. So, but you know how that goes. Atlanta Falcons have 3:33 left on the clock. And then this is going to be where it starts to get interesting. I think this is generally where we had this going in the top 3. The 4th pick on is kind of the interesting part, I think, at this point. So
yeah, Justin Fields is very much on the table for Atlanta right now. But I did hear from their reporter who works for ESPN earlier, was speaking before the draft. She said they most likely are leaning towards the best positional player at the 4th overall pick. Do they believe Trey Lance? Do they believe Kyle Pitts is that? Or do they think it's Jamar Chase? You got Jamar Chase pairing him up with Julio Jones. I don't think Matt Ryan would complain. So
Okay, was the QB selected first, second, and third in the same class?
Tim Couch.
Couch. Where'd you get
Tim
from?
Couch, Donovan McNabb, and that last guy. I forgot who he was.
Okay, what's going on here? Why is... Let's look at this properties. Save. If I go... Okay, the Falcons pick is in. So this is going to be interesting. This is where it starts to get kind of crazy. This could be Kyle Pitts. This could be Justin Fields. This could be a whole lot of people. It's going to be Penei Sewell for all. I mean, a lot of people have Penei going later, but yeah, this is where it gets interesting for me. So.
So, yeah, we're here at number 4, man. Again, I heard about the position pick for Atlanta. I heard from their reporter earlier on ESPN. She was talking. She said they might take the best positional player available. I'm guessing that means skill position. So we're talking Kyle Pitts. We're talking Jamar Chase. There is a high possibility, I think. Justin Fields is very much being a high debate right now. Obviously, the pick is in, so they know who they got. But I'm pretty sure they were debating a bit on whether or not they should go ahead and snag their next future quarterback in Justin Fields. Again, we talked about this in our mock draft. We didn't take Justin Fields number 4, but I think Arthur Smith, he had success with Ryan Tannehill. I think Justin Fields, that's a nice comparison. Ryan Tannehill is a nice comparison for Justin Fields out of Ohio State. So who knows, man? Who knows? I lean towards Kyle Pitts. That was what we mocked. I'm hoping we're 4 for 4 in our mock draft. That'd be pretty great. But we'll see what happens. Roger Goodell, pick is in. He is up on the board right now. The 4th pick. 2021. Kyle Pitts, baby.
Wow.
Kyle Pitts.
Wow.
I'm a little bit sad. I would have liked the drama of him being on the board when the Cowboys pick, but it's all good. He's going to Atlanta. Congratulations, Kyle Pitts. I'm no longer a fan of you anymore now that you're not drafted to the Cowboys, but I'm rooting for you, man.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. To be honest, I completely agree.
You kind of hoped he was on the board.
I kind of hoped he was on the board. It'd be interesting to see what the case, what the situation was at that point. But shout out to Kyle Pitts, man, Atlanta Falcon. I think that's a good fit for him. And Matt Ryan still has some gas in the tank, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for him.
We talked about this in our mock draft. Go ahead and go check it out. It's up on YouTube right now. Let me make sure I'm spelling everything right here. We talked about this in our mock draft. When one of us decided to select Kyle Pitts to be the Atlanta Falcons pick, we said, look, I said this. They need a future star. They need somebody who in Atlanta is going to turn on the Falcons games when Matt Ryan is gone, Julio Jones is gone, right? And so you need people to buy jerseys and watch the games. Kyle Pitts is going to make people watch your games, and he's going to make people, be Falcons fans still when the golden years, quote unquote, are over, right, of Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. But the good thing is Kyle Pitts can help you right now. They're showing right now highlights of Darren Waller. They're showing highlights of Travis Kelce. I'm sure they're going to show highlights of George Kittle for a reason. Kyle Pitts can immediately, first rookie season out of college, could immediately be the number 1 tight end in the league, at least top 4 in the conversation next to Darren Waller, Kelce, and Kittle. Darren Waller is a nice comparison for him, man. This kid's a beast. Arguably the best tight end prospect we've seen coming out of college. Crazy numbers. I showed Jake his numbers to try to convince him that the Cowboys would be smart to look at his way when he's on the board at number 10, if he was on the board at number 10. His numbers were insane. I think it was 8 games. 8 games he played. Over 1,000 yards. Am I tripping?
No,
it was some crazy numbers.
It wasn't over 1,000, but it was
600 or something like that.
Numbers, yeah.
It was like basically
it was like 800.
If I multiplied Kyle Pitts' numbers by 2 to make it a 16-game season like the NFL is, his numbers would be off the charts, insane. MVP conversation in the NFL as a tight end. I mean, that's how good he was. So, shout out to Kyle Pitts, man. Great landing spot. I'm just happy we're 4 for 4 in the mock draft so far.
Yeah, we're 4 for 4. I'm going to assume 5 for 5. The Bengals have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. So I'm going to assume that we're 5 for 5. I think Penei is the best option right here. I know Jamar Chase is interesting, but your quarterback's coming off a leg injury. So let's go ahead and protect him, is what we were saying in our mock draft the other day. So I'm shortening up this list because I was running out of space. So I'm just gonna have the numbers and the picks here for you guys. Man, Kyle Pitts really shot out this list. I mean,
at some point when the draft first started, he was talked about going 15 to the Patriots a lot.
Right.
Every mock draft, 15 Patriots because of the Gronk connection and stuff. But
right.
at the end of the day, the truth came out. the proof was there, right, in his film. This kid was an amazing, not product placement for Modelo. An amazing player with, mind you, no disrespect to Kyle Trask, but Kyle motherfucking Trask, or what did I say? I called him Kyle motherfucking backup quarterback Trask. That was his quarterback, and no disrespect to Kyle Trask, but he's definitely going to be a second, third round player, right? Probably going to be a backup quarterback for the first couple years, Kyle Trask. I'll give you that. First couple years in his career, but, he wasn't out there playing for Alabama. Kyle Pitts wasn't, he wasn't out there playing for Ohio State. And so, at the end of the day, the truth was Kyle Pitts is probably potentially the best player in this draft. And I think it was smart for Atlanta to not pass up on the potential best player in the draft. Shout out to Atlanta, man. I think it's a great move for them. I know they need help on defense. They got picks. They got picks later on. They could work on the defense later. Arthur Smith got himself a weapon. Matt Ryan got himself a weapon. I'm liking it.
Yeah, I think it's a great pick for them. We're at commercials now, but Bengals do have 3 minutes and 26 seconds left. So Apple showing their purple iPhone, which I don't.
That's ridiculous. That's even popular.
I don't.
Just because it's purple? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like new colorway basically. It's like a new colorway for shoes basically.
Who's the next pick in the draft? Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals, yes. Cincinnati Bengals. No trades so far. I thought 49ers was interesting. I thought we could have saw possibly a trade there. But nothing so far. So Bengals have 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the NFL draft. All things pointing to Penei Sewell. But then again, we've been shocked before. So shout out to our one viewer currently. I don't know who that is, but shout out to you. Hit us up in the chat. Let us know where you're from.
Just making sure I'm spelling everything right here with the players' names and stuff. I'm assuming the next pick is going to be Cincinnati Bengals. Penei Sewell. The pick is in. We are currently on commercials right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the numbers in.
Not saying we're always going to be this great, but 4 for 4 in our mock draft. You guys should have subscribed and checked us out because we've been telling you this already. We know a little bit what we're talking about. We try our best. Hopefully we can keep this going. At least at number 10. That'd be sick if we get the top 10 picks all 100% right. We know New Orleans, they're in conversations to trade up to the top, and within the top 10. I think Washington, if they have a quarterback like Justin Fields, for example, that they really, really love, they may consider going up into the top 10. So we may see a trade. I would put my money that there is going to be a trade over the next, half hour to an hour or so, but we'll see if that's the case. But this feels good, man. We here. We out here. We drafting. Yeah. We having a good time. We're drinking. Whoever's viewing, let us know where you're from. It's probably my girlfriend. No.
Well, we don't know. Yeah, somebody would have said something. So, commercial right now. Bengals pick is in. Okay, the hope is this stays pat, but it may not. So, I may have to switch this up a little bit. But pick is in for the Bengals. We're just waiting for these damn yo-yo commercials and
steal of the draft so far. First 4 picks, Jake. How you feeling?
Steal of the draft?
I'm not saying okay, maybe not steal of the draft, but
you got him at the 4th pick. I don't know how's that a steal. I don't know. It's like the most high
not
pick.
Steal of the draft, but who you think is the best player that's been drafted so far? I mean, like when it's all said and done, they retire. Who had the best career?
For me personally, it's between Trevor Lawrence and Kyle Pitts.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Kyle Pitts just because it's a skilled position. And there's some there's other good quarterbacks in this draft.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're better than Trevor, but I think that they're pretty good. So I'm going to say Kyle Pitts just because he's probably going to be the best tight end in the league at some point.
You left me with 2 players because you already picked the other you said 2 out of 4, literally dead ass. So it's all good. But I think I'm actually interested to see what happens with Trey Lance. Will he be the best player out of these 4? I don't know. But I think he's going into, I mean, this is one of the best situations you can go into as a rookie quarterback, to go play under Kyle Shanahan, potentially sit on the bench behind Jimmy Garoppolo, who could teach you a bit about being a quarterback in the NFL. Jimmy Garoppolo has played with, sorry if you saw my spit right now, Jimmy Garoppolo has played with and under Bill Belichick and Kyle Shanahan. So say what you want about Jimmy G, but he's got a lot to teach a young quarterback like Trey Lance. So if Jimmy G's up to it and he doesn't request a trade and he's willing to maybe start while we have a little bit of a redshirt year for Trey Lance, you gotta like that for Trey Lance, man. I mean, that's great. A great teacher for you to learn from Jimmy G.
And if you're Jimmy G, you go, yeah, I'm gonna prove myself. I'm gonna make this guy sit on the bench for a long time.
And shit, if you're Jimmy G and you go win a bowl, I mean, what is San Fran gonna do? They hop on the phone, and they start seeing if they can call to trade Trey Lance. So I mean, I think if you're Jimmy G, fight for it. Pick is in. Goodell's about to say the pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. Penei Sewell. Jamar Chase.
Oh!
They picked Jamar Chase. They did
Oh my God!
They did it.
They really said, "Let's go get him."
Jamar. Let me get that.
Right there, JA dash. Wow.
Jamar Chase.
The first shock of the draft, I
receiver.
think, for most.
Out of LSU. Is this a shock, though? A lot of people out there have been saying this. Shout out to you guys if you called it. We're no longer 4 for 4, 100%. We're 4 for 4, but we're no longer 100% from our mock draft. Jamar Chase, receiver, LSU, goes to Cincinnati. Now, is this a surprise? Our little brother, shout out to him, during our mock draft, discussed it. You know, it's potential that they go ahead and really feel tempted about pairing up Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase. I think at the end of the day, a lot of people say, you got to protect Joe Burrow. You got to protect Joe Burrow. You got to make Joe Burrow happy, my guy. You don't have to protect him. You got to make him happy. And making him happy is going to get his best receiver in college, Jamar Chase. This could be a match made in heaven. We can talk about Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow for the next 10, 15 years out in Cincinnati, winning Super Bowls. I mean, that's their hope, right? So I think if you're Cincinnati, this is a smart pick because you make Joe Burrow happy. You do need a true number 1 receiver. I like Tyler Boyd. I like T. Higgins, but those are both 2 and slot kind of receivers, you know?
Right.
You need number 1 receiver, so you go ahead and get one. You need to protect Joe Burrow. Yeah, okay. Let's go get a tackle, Liam Eichenberg in the 2nd round, Alex Leatherwood in the 2nd round. Let's go get a tackle later on down the road. We don't need a left tackle. Julian Williams, we drafted him pretty high a couple years ago. Let's go ahead and get a right tackle later in the draft and figure that out later down the road. I think that's a smart pick for Cincinnati. Not too much of a surprise, but a bit of a surprise nonetheless. How do you feel?
I mean, yeah, it's like you said, it's not that big of a surprise, but it is at the same time, which is kind of crazy to say. But yeah, let's go get Joe Burrow, his wide receiver from college. I think it only makes sense, and maybe you can figure out something else on the offensive line. Me personally, I'm taking Penei. This throws a huge wrench in what happens next. What does Miami do? Hey, let's protect.
Take Penei Sewell. Miami, take Penei Sewell. You need offensive lineman.
Or do you go, hey, let's take Jalen Waddle. Let's take Devontae Smith. Let's go get a wide receiver still. I think it's very interesting to see what happens here. We obviously had them taking Jamar Chase with this pick. You would assume Penei, since he fell to them, but you just don't know. I mean, there's a lot left. They did just lose. What's his name? The linebacker. Can't think of his name right now.
Kyle Van
Noy. So, hey, do we go in and we take Micah Parsons? Do we take somebody like a JOK and we kind of reach? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But
so far I'm typing out my tweet. And I'm tweeting Penei Sewell, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle all and being a part of the tweet just in case, because I don't know. I think those are all options for them. I think Rashawn Slater's an option as well. I also think Michael Parsons could be on the table, like Jake said.
Yeah.
They need a linebacker, right? You let Kyle Van Noy walk. They haven't really been hitting on the free agents on the defensive side of the ball, at least for some of the guys they lost after signing them last year. For one, so maybe they look towards the defense. I think it's very, very likely because their head coach is a defensive-minded coach.
Wow. I'm shocked.
Josh Gordon is trending right now on Twitter. I think for a reason he's probably being compared a lot to Jamar Chase. I mean, in terms of their skill set,
This throws a whole wrench in everything, to be honest, if we're going to keep it a buck here. Now, these picks are going pretty quickly. Dolphins already have placed their pick. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on. They're comparing him right now to A.J. Brown, which is a good pick. I don't know. A.J.'s a big guy, though. A.J.'s a big guy, so I don't know. I got to look at the measurables there, but pretty wild. Another wrench, I think, back-to-back, I think.
What?
My number 4 is Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is kind of a wrench a little bit just because you probably could have used a quarterback. Yeah, this is really crazy. This is really crazy. I was not expecting this. God, those hats are so bad. Those hats are so bad. What are you doing, NFL?
I had a lot of people say those hats are fine. They're like trucker hats. I don't like it.
Trucker hats.
I don't like it. I'm actually currently wearing last year's. Excuse my hair. Last year's draft. Look,
Yeah,
American Seed,
it's
baby.
way better.
Last year's hat, all black. I like that style. Especially Cowboys, man. Cowboys never have all black hats, so I like this. Simple. Keep the logo on there. Keep a little saying right there. You know, you could for the Jacksonville hat put Duval County or whatever. I think you can get more creative with these hats, but they're showing some stats for Jamar Chase, man. This kid could literally be
targets,
Julio
107
Jones,
receptions, 2,093 yards, 23 touchdowns, and that's that year with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So I would assume Joe Burrow is pretty excited about this. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's like, I kind of don't want to be sacked as much. But it's always good to reunite.
No, I think Joe Burrow
wide receivers
actually.
when
We
you get a
heard
chance.
we heard stories of Joe Burrow actually coming out and not coming out, but he was supposedly telling Cincinnati and campaigning, "Hey, bring my guy in, man. Come on, bring in my buddy." People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's one-hearted person, love to the end. Shout out to Robin Big, rest in peace, Big, and shout out to Jamar and Joe, man. I'm actually super happy with this pick. I know a lot of people. We got a couple votes already on our poll on Twitter. By the way, go over if you're watching on live on YouTube. Go check out our poll on Twitter, man. Media_mixtape is right here in between us. Media_mixtape on Twitter and Instagram. We'll probably go live on Instagram for a second to react to the Dallas Cowboys pick. But where was I going with that? People were saying bad pick for Jamar and Cincy. I think it's actually a pretty good pick. Again, make your quarterback happy. You can get a right tackle, a guard, a center in the second and third round. And I think that's actually exactly what they're going to do. If I'm Cincinnati, I look at Trey Hill in the second round, Wyatt Davis, guys like that. Pick is in for the Dolphins, guys.
Pick is in for the Dolphins.
6th pick. Jalen Waddle.
Wow. Okay, so Panay's falling. That's very interesting. Is that him?
Yes, sir. He's like, okay. Look at him.
I don't know if he looked that excited.
Nah, he looked like he was like, hey, let me go say what's up to Devontae Smith. You know what? He must be telling Devontae, too. Don't worry about it, baby. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Okay, this can go any which way right now at this point. And I'll be interested to see what Detroit decides to do with this pick. They got 5 minutes on the clock. Hey, did that take you back?
Yeah, okay. He's getting him. He was asking if we need him.
Okay, I just tweeted something now. It's not showing. I hate when Twitter does that.
Just tweeting real quick. Give me a second. Well, wow. I mean, shout out to Panay Sewell. Yeah, Jake said he's falling. But let's talk about the pick who actually went right now and Jalen Waddle. Shout out to our little brother again, right? I know we aren't 100% on our mock draft right now because, wait, who do we have going to Miami?
I think we had
Jamar
Jamar
Chase. Jamar Chase. So we did have them taking a receiver. So I'm going to give us credit for that. But shout out to our little brother. Our first mock draft we did with the 3rd overall pick, he had Miami taking Jalen Waddle. And he said this in our mock draft, I think. Our brother's a beast sometimes, you know. He said, if you're Miami at number 3, you could have taken Jalen Waddle. They probably traded down and back up because they had a player in mind that they could still snag at number 6, and Jalen Waddle was that guy. A lot of people out there are scratching their heads who watch Alabama games are like, Jalen Waddle was hurt all year. This kid's arguably the best receiver in the draft over Jamar Chase. I know he's short. A lot of people say he's going to be the slot guy. He could be the next Tyreek Hill, and I think that's what Miami sees. And also you pair Tua up with one of his weapons from Alabama. It's a good pick, I think. It's interesting because you do have Devontae Parker. You just signed Will Fuller from the Texans. So a little bit of a busy receiver room right now. but 3 is better than none. Right? So I think Jalen Waddle's gonna be a nice pick for them. Interesting for sure. I think if you're a Miami fan, you might not be super happy about this. You could have took Penei Sewell, could have took Rashawn Slater, could have took Devontae Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner. But in our mock draft, no surprises, we had Devontae fallen. So, and Jalen Waddle did go first in our mock draft, right before Devontae, I think. So, no, not too much of a surprise, but I know a lot of people out there may be a little shocked. But shout out to Jalen Waddle, man. He's a speedster. He's a beast. Can play in the slot, can play in the outside. One of the fastest players after the catch as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Waddle is staying healthy. But it's like you said, I think you can make an argument that he's the best wide receiver in the draft. A lot of people are going to argue it's Jamar Chase. I mean, I think you can take your pick with these two. I don't love the Tyreek Hill comparisons. I just feel like it's just what they do in the NFL. Like, who's the best receiver? Let's just compare him to that guy. I think he's a lot more skilled at like his route running and stuff like that. Not to say Tyreek Hill is not a good receiver, but I just think Waddle has more to him than, I'm the speedy guy that could get past your defense. He's an incredible route runner, and there's a lot of highlights of maybe, and that's why Mac Jones is probably falling. A lot of highlights of him being wide open, and Mac not seeing him. So it's gonna be interesting. We all assumed they were gonna take a wide receiver. We assumed it was gonna be Jamar Chase. We did not think Penei was gonna fall, but he has. I mean, the Detroit Lions, if you're them, I definitely take Penei at this point.
I think
you just don't know.
You got to highly consider Penei Sewell here if you're the Detroit Lions. You weren't expecting him necessarily to fall. But also if you're Detroit, you have 0 receivers, right? You have the Heisman Trophy winner on the board. Now it's up to you in your war room. Do you decide? They already decided, but do you decide to go ahead and take the 3rd best receiver on the board or the best tackle? It's really up to you. Either way, I think Jared Goff needs protection and he needs weapons. And I'm not really super excited. I don't think Detroit fans are super excited about what Jared Goff is going to bring. But maybe he brings a Super Bowl, man. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, that's the hope for Detroit. So you want to go ahead and either give him a weapon or protect him or help him out on defense, right? And take a defender. A lot they could do here with Detroit at number 7. We'll see what actually goes down as Jake gets up to get a drink without announcing it to you guys. Bring me back. No, don't bring me a beer. No, it's fine. I don't want it to get warm out here, bro. Jalen Waddle, I'm going to say it's an okay pick. I'm voting on my own poll. If you want to go ahead and vote on my poll, or our poll, I should say.
I don't know why that sounded sexual, but
you want to go vote on my poll. Vote on our poll, media_mixtape on Twitter. Go vote. Let us know. Do you think it's a great pick, okay pick, or bad pick? You can reply as well if you guys want us to, discuss and explain why you think it's a bad pick or whatever, or a great pick. And you can do that with every single pick of the draft. We're gonna do that for every single pick of the first round at least. So yeah.
Hey, they're picking fast. I know I said I wanted them to pick fast, but
going a little too fast now, buddy.
We want our brother to be able to be here for the 10th pick.
Give me some time.
It's gonna be cutting close for sure. So.
Our little brother might hop in. He might not have a mic. We might not have a mic ready for him, but he'll hop in and he'll talk on one of our mics.
Maybe not.
And we'll all react on our Instagram as well. We'll probably react on our Instagram as well to the Dallas Cowboys pick. So who you got right now, Detroit Lions?
I'm taking Penei.
I take Penei as well.
I think he's too talented to let him fall this far, but then again, I don't know. You do need wide receivers. You have Devontae Smith sitting right there. I mean, you could take Micah Parsons right here. It'd be interesting about that. There's so many places they could go. Goddamn, there's a lot of people there. It's insane. I guess just a super fan of whatever team is up next gets to be up there, which is pretty cool. Okay, Roger Goodell is coming to the podium. The bells have rung.
Penei Sewell is the pick.
Wow, that's great for them. That's
congrats, Detroit, man.
That's nothing short of great for them.
Damn.
Is he in the legs?
He's right down in the middle. I think he's crying.
I'm saying why?
No, he's in the middle. It's his brother probably.
Why is his brother like getting?
Look like he's about to go get drafted
like
himself.
Hydrotherapy right now.
Penei Sewell is crying.
Shout out to Penei. I think he's the best tackle in this draft. I think Rashawn Slater is pretty close, but Penei is a talented guy. And this is a great pickup for the Detroit Lions.
Great.
Carolina is on the board now with 3 minutes left.
Great pickup. My favorite tackle in the class. I like Rashawn Slater, but 6'6", 330. You can't go wrong with that. A guy who's agile as well. He just looks hungry. He's on the field as well. You see him warming up hyping up his teammates before games. He loves football. The one question I have about him is, can he sit back and pass protect for 5-6 seconds? We see a highlight right now of him pancaking a motherfucker, so obviously he can. But it's just they don't do it that much in Oregon, right? And there's a reason why Justin Herbert was highly criticized when he was coming out of college. Can he throw it down the field? That was his questions because they didn't do it in Oregon. All right, so can Sewell pass protect and sit back and actually block for 5 to 6 seconds? That's a question. I think he can. And if he can't right away, he will learn how to do it. The big thing is Detroit, you also have running backs, and you need a good run blocker, and they got one as well in Penei Sewell.
Yes.
So I like the pick. Man, so far, I mean, Detroit, making the responsible pick. They could have went and got the Heisman Trophy winner, but they made the responsible pick.
Not the sexiest pick in the world, but
the responsible one.
Yeah,
the one that you need to make for a team to have success. I'll tag you in this. You can put it on your story if you want.
Yeah.
OB.
7th overall pick. I did not think he was going to fall this far. Shout out to, David Campbell, was that his name? The new head coach for the Detroit Lions. Looks pretty excited that he fell.
Yeah, Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
What'd you say his name was?
David. That's pretty close.
It's close.
It's pretty close. Yeah, I'll say it. You know what I'm saying? James Sewell, great-grandfather in the Army. Showing a little bit of his heritage there.
Yeah, I'm really happy for Pernay, man. He's just he's Hawaiian. Just like Hawaiian guys. They're so nice.
So nice. They're so big.
But they're also like hungry, like
and they're really good football
players, like
Why shouldn't Kyle Pitts again?
They're just going back and showing some picks.
Okay, Rashawn Slater's still on the board. Carolina, this is the one team that I'm worried about that can take Pat Surtain from us. Well, them in Denver, but
now, speaking on Dallas Cowboys, Mike Fisher came out. He's a Cowboys reporter. He works in the Star. He knows Jerry Jones. He has a good Jerry Jones impersonation. He came out and said on Dallas Cowboys radio, the Dallas Cowboys are leaning towards J.C. Horn. If Patrick Surtain and J.C. Horn are both on the board at 10, how do you feel? Where are they going? Believe that report.
You know how I feel. You know where I would go. I would go Pat Surtain. He just feels like a Cowboy to me, and it's rare when I get those players. I felt the same way about Zeke.
Kind of felt that way about CD?
I felt that way about Lonzo for the Lakers. There's just certain players where I go, that guy's going to be on our team, and Pat Surtain's one of those guys, and usually I'm right about that. So I would go Pat Surtain. I think his floor is higher, and I think he has about the same ceiling, I think, as J.C. Horn. I know people want to, people like the potential of J.C. Horn. But for me, I would go Pat Surtain. So, but it's going to be interesting. If he's off the board, I'm not mad at Horn. But I would love for Pat Surtain to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as well. Now, it's interesting. The Carolina Panthers pick is in. Now, I don't think that means they can't trade, right? Or does it tell us?
They can make the pick for a team. Roger Goodell will announce it when he comes to the podium.
I'm just curious if this could be the first trade
of traded their pick.
This could be the first trade of the draft here at number 8. No trade so far. Not too many surprises so far either. Obviously, Penei falling to 7 was a little bit of an eyebrow raiser, but at the same time, that's not too far off from pick number 5 where I expected him to go. So we're here at a commercial break right now. Carolina Panthers pick is in, pick number 8. So far in the draft, we have number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. You can see it down below. All Jake's great work with his
with my cowboy-themed board.
We had Zach Wilson go 2, Trey Lance go 3, the Kyle Pitts go 4. Pick number 5, we had Jamar Chase. Pick number 6, we had Jalen Waddle. 7, Penei Sewell, and now we're sitting here at pick number 8. So Carolina Panthers, I think they lean defense. We saw them go really defensive heavy last year. There's a high chance they go Rashawn Slater here. Need to get an offensive lineman to protect Sam Darnold. Do you want to get him a weapon and go Devontae Smith? I doubt that because they do have a pretty decent receiving group as it is right now in Carolina. So, yeah, man, I think Rashawn Slater's probably the pick here, but how do you feel? Are you nervous? You worried about J.C. Horn or Pat Surtain coming off the board right now?
I mean, the worst-case scenario is Pat Surtain or J.C. Horn, and then Pat Surtain or J.C. Horn the
goes
following
number
pick.
9. Yeah.
So that's the worst case scenario for us. But I don't know, man. Carolina, they can use a lot. They went all defensive last year. So maybe they go offense. You have Devontae Smith sitting right here. You go, hey, let's get Sam Darnold another weapon. I don't know, man. I'm fucking nervous right now, to be honest.
Be on the lookout for Micah Parsons here, Penn State linebacker. I was looking at Micah Parsons earlier, and I was telling our little brother, man, he just gives me the feel of like in 10 years, we'll be like, fuck, man, that's the next, Von Miller. That's the next Khalil Mack. And I have a feeling he's going to be a stud. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people don't like the off-the-field issues.
Some weird off-the-field stuff.
A lot of question marks around Micah Parsons, but I think he's definitely in play right here for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. This is one of those scenarios where your talent will outweigh your off-the-field stuff. But we'll see. Roger Goodell's coming to the podium as we speak.
Do not take Pat Surtain, please. Knock on wood, baby. Oh, shit. Oh!
Wow.
And we talked about this. Wow. Shout out to JC Horn. Congratulations. I would have loved to have JC Horn. I don't think we talked about this on our freaking mock draft, but we said that would be nice.
Yeah.
On our DMs, I think, our messages with you, me, and our little brother. I said JC Horn would be sick for Carolina. I love that fit. He went to South Carolina, right?
Wow. Okay, see, but now we're in a fucked up situation where we can lose both of our corners that we want. If you're, okay, so let's say Pat Surtain is this next pick. I'm hoping it's Micah Parsons. Who do you go? Where do you go at 10? You take Rashawn? You just take the best tackle in the draft?
Unfortunately, I think the Cowboys will be on the phone trying to trade out of that pick if, for some reason, Pat Surtain goes number 9, whoever ends up drafting.
Wow, this is so surprising. So
surprising, but we talked about this in our group chat. Like, this is great, man. J.C. Horn, we talked about this. I would have been comfortable with him going to the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think he's the best corner in this class, but I do think he's physical. He's hungry. He's aggressive. He likes talking shit. And I think if you're Carolina, you hope that all that helps him turn into the next great corner and just helps your defense out. You don't need him to be a defensive changer like the Cowboys need their corner to do. They kind of need Cowboys kind of need a cornerback who can come in and for sure be a number 1 corner right away.
Right.
The Carolina Panthers have a little bit of time to be a little bit patient with their cornerback in J.C. Horn. I love the pick, man. I absolutely love it. I didn't mock this at all. I didn't think it was going to happen, but I absolutely love the pick. And I think the reason why we were kind of surprised and caught off guard is because Caleb Farley for the longest time was considered CB1. Right. Pat Surtain was considered easy CB2. Right. And then we saw J.C. Horn was going to go to 16, 17 in the draft.
Yeah, and J.C. shot up extremely high. So
bit of a surprise, but I fell in love with them over time as well. So I'm not surprised too much that Carolina went and snagged their corner. Interesting, man.
Wow. It's been
nervous now.
I'm nervous now. Yeah, pretty interesting. Denver has 5 minutes left on the board. We're now watching some Loki trailers.
We love talk about movies. We love talk about music as well. We will talk about the Loki show when it comes out. We had podcasts where we discussed Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We had podcasts where we discussed Wanda Vision. We had podcasts where we do full reviews of Marvel movies.
Yes.
Go check us out, guys. Media Mixtape Podcast. You're here already. We talk about sports as well, but it's separate. We also talk about movies and music. Hit us up, man. Subscribe.
Oh, man. I'm nervous. I'm nervous now.
Let me get myself together first.
I mean, I'm happy JC's off the board, but I'm also not because then this could go really bad for us in back-to-back picks. So
the ninth pick is the
Denver Broncos, yes. Oh, man. Hopefully, you think Jesse might get here right in time.
I think he might be coming right now.
Yeah. Damn, man. Damn.
Let me get myself together real quick.
All right, who do we have mocking to...
Micah Parsons.
We had Micah... No, I'm saying... we have Rashawn Slater, actually, mocked to... Carolina. Which I feel probably would have been the better scenario for them, but...
I gotta fucking pee. Is it the beer or is it the fucking draft?
I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest.
Let me retweet my great pick, man. Great pick for Carolina. That's my vote. Go vote. Media Mixtape Podcast on Twitter. This is great, man. It's already great. Oh, wow. I just realized Justin Fields is still on the board.
Yeah.
Justin Fields has not been drafted yet. Denver might take Justin Fields, bro. Denver might sit at 9 and take the second best quarterback in this class. Wow. This is very interesting, man. Very interesting.
I hope that they take him.
I do as well. We'll see what happens. But we out here, man. We drafting, talking draft, talking NFL. Let us know how you guys feel about the draft so far. You guys having a good time? Hit us up in the chat if you guys are watching live. We will obviously post this on our YouTube channel as well. So if you're watching on YouTube later on, what's up? Next year, we'll be doing this again. We're going to do this every year, man. We're trying to get better at this, the little things we do every single year when around draft time. So, yeah, having a great time right now. I'm a little nervous as we get close to the Dallas Cowboys being on the clock. But overall, man, it's been great so far. Not too many surprises. We had Jamar Chase go Cincy. Not too much of a surprise, but
I think the biggest surprise is Jamar Chase at 5.
Waddle at 6 is a little bit surprising.
Panay, I think, makes sense. And then J.C. Horn definitely at 8 was a surprise for sure.
Now, I think Denver has not made their pick yet. There's 1 minute and 58 seconds left. The reason why they haven't made the pick is because they're shitting bricks, man. Their phone is off the ringer right now. Their phone is going off. They are on the phone talking to people, seeing what's going on, what's going down, what's going to happen, because a lot of people are calling about Justin Fields. Washington's on the phone right now. Chicago's on the phone right now. Shit, you name it, man. Anybody who needs a quarterback, they're on the phone right now talking to Denver, and Denver is sitting there with John Elway and their new GM talking about what the do we do at number 9. Do we take Justin Fields? Do we take Mac Jones, Alabama quarterback who is sitting by himself? I feel so sad for this guy. He will sit there for a long time.
It's making me feel bad.
He will sit there for a long time. He's not going to get drafted anytime soon.
Does he go for the Patriots, bro?
No disrespect, but he's not gonna go anytime soon. Mac Jones will wait about 30 minutes to an hour.
I mean, they could take a wide receiver here too, to be honest. I mean,
they got Cortland Sutton, they got Jerry Jeudy, and they have Noah Fant. I think on offense you're fine. Don't they also have Melvin Gordon as their running back?
Yes, they do.
So on offense they're fine. I think if you're Denver, you could very well take Rashawn Slater if you think you really need offensive line help. But let's be real, guys. Drew Lock, Justin Fields is the best quarterback, second best quarterback in the class. Does Denver feel that way, though? That's the question. Does Denver feel that way?
Also, they just traded for Teddy, so what is...
That's competition, bro. That's competition.
That's pick is in. Oh, God.
That's competition. That's nothing to do with... Nothing to do with nothing. Michael Parsons, I think, could be the pick.
Wow.
Rashawn Slater could be the pick.
This is going to be...
Rashawn Slater.
We will be going live as well on Instagram for the Cowboys pick. So if you guys are on IG, definitely go check us out. I'm gonna go live on my Instagram. So OBJack, OBWEJAC.
I'll go on mine as well.
Top.
I'll go on mine as well.
This is gonna be interesting, man.
QB.
I would hope they went a little bit slower, man. A little bit slower.
Yeah, it's going quick, man. I feel rushed, but maybe it's because we're live and stuff.
Yeah. So Broncos pick is in. We have yet to hear from.
All right, who you got? Who you taking? I got Micah, Rashawn, or Justin. I'm gonna say they take Justin, bro. They take Justin.
My heart and my sense, I'm gonna say Micah Parsons.
They take the quarterback. They take the quarterback, not the cornerback, please. There's 3 great players at 3 different positions other than cornerback.
Hey, this cornerback draft is deep, bro.
Other than corner,
you're good, dude.
There's other guys you can take. You already signed Kyle Fuller. Do not take Patrick Surtain.
You got
or I will stop the live. I will stop the live stream. If they take Pat, we stop in live.
I might be quiet for the rest of the draft.
Excuse my stomach.
Okay, Roger Goodell is taking the stage. Oh, my God. I'm more nervous for this pick than I am for our pick.
Denver Broncos fans, who you taking? Rashawn Slater, Micah Parsons, Justin Fields. I might turn this volume up a little bit because I'm nervous. No! 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 I might cry right now. No! No fucking
Are you
way.
fucking kidding me, bro?
I was joking. No way. He's sad, bro. He's sad. He not want to go to Denver. Look at him. He's sad, bro. He's sad. And you did that, Broncos. You did that. That boy's shaking right now. Fuck. No way. No way, dude. No way that just happened right now.
Wow.
Our little brother might pop in right now. Our dad also might walk through. No way that just happened right now. Huh? The Denver Broncos just took their 10. Why, dude? They have Micah Parsons. Justin Fields was on the board.
Horn and Sertan are gone.
We're going live on Instagram right now. Start the live. Checking connection. Yeah, I'm sad if I'm being honest with you guys, man. I can't believe that just happened right now. I can't believe that just happened right now. I cannot believe that just happened right now.
Okay, we're live on Instagram right now. I cannot. Those are the two guys that we wanted.
They took our boy, Alex. They took our boy. Our boy, Alex, on Instagram. Hit us up on YouTube, Alex. Media Mixtape. They took the boy, bro.
This was the worst case scenario. I literally just said it. I literally just said it.
The Dallas Cowboys, I mean, they could take Rashawn Slater. They could take Micah Parsons, right? A lot of people don't like that. They could take Justin Fields. Fuck it, take Justin Fields. Take a quarterback. Fuck it, at this point. Take a quarterback.
Wow. Cowboys have 5 minutes left.
Cowboys have 5 minutes on the clock. I think they're going to be calling right now. The Cowboys are probably going to call and talk to the Patriots. Pastor Tan is faking a smile right now. He's faking the smile, bro. Pastor Tan is not happy, bro.
This was literally the worst case scenario.
Pastor Tan is not happy, bro. I can't believe it, dude. I was joking. They had Micah Parsons, Rashawn Slater. They had Justin Fields on the board, bro. They had Mac Jones. You could take Mac Attack. And you're going to take Pat Surtain from the Cowboys? That's like...
This is literally worst case scenario for us.
Expect a trade right now. Expect a trade. That's all I'm saying. Anybody on my Instagram, bro, we're live on YouTube, Media Mixtape. I'm only going to be live for the Cowboys pick.
Do we just take Caleb Farley and say, fuck it, let's just reach on Caleb Farley?
Do the Cowboys take Caleb Farley, man? That's a question Jake's asking. Hit us up, guys, on YouTube, Media Mixtape, YouTube. Hit us up on Twitter, Media_Mixtape on Twitter. I'm tweeting every single pick. Drinking. I'm also...
I'm going to be intoxicated for the next 3 days.
I'm tweeting every single pick, and I'm also doing a poll. So go vote on my polls, man, Media_Mixtape.
I'm also live on my Instagram, so you guys go check that out.
We got a tweet out from Adam Scheffner. I got a tweet right now from Adam Scheffner. He said the Dallas Cowboys likely trading out of the number 10 pick in the draft. I'm not surprised.
I'm so mad.
They may trade down to take JOK as my little brother's in the back right now dancing. What up, everybody in here, man? I'm just sad, bro. I'm just sad. Like, that's what's happening right now.
The worst thing that could have happened.
What up? Danny M. What up? What up, everybody on my Instagram, man? I'm waving at all you guys right now. Hey, Chris, if you're still in here, bro, I'm not happy with you right now. Broncos fan, I'm not happy with you right now. Wow, we're getting tweets that the Eagles are trading up with the Dallas Cowboys, man.
So who do they take? Who do they take at?
The Eagles have traded up. Hey,
number 10.
Alex, I don't know if you're still in here, bro.
Why are we helping?
Eagles are trading up. Why are they coming up? Why are we trading down?
I don't understand this. I'm
just going to sit here and just be sad. That's what's going to happen.
Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I'm so sad right now.
I'm going to stay live on Instagram until the Cowboys pick, but hit us up on YouTube, Media Mixtape. Media Mixtape podcast on YouTube. We're live there. You can see the full draft. Okay. A first and a third? So we got the 12th pick?
And the third round. Okay.
It says Philly's still at number 12, bro. Hey, why does it say Philly's still at 12?
I'm sure it's going to change.
Dude, look at look at the war room.
They just left.
They
said this is worst case scenario.
They left. The Cowboys left the war room, bro. You guys aren't. The Cowboys left the war room. Wow.
This is like the worst case scenario.
The Cowboys
this is the worst
left
case scenario.
the war room.
Who do we get
bro.
at 12? I mean, who do we get at 12?
Modelo time, you know it. You know it.
Damn, man. Damn.
The Cowboys left the draft room, dude. The Cowboys left the draft room.
Do we reach for Caleb? Is my thing. Do we reach for Caleb?
Well, the Cowboys got the 84th pick in the draft, as well as the 12th pick in the draft.
I would like to take Caleb Farley.
What up, Cruz? What up, Alex? On my Instagram, hit us up on YouTube, man. I gotta change this tweet now. It doesn't say Dallas Cowboys no more. It's the 10th pick, and I have to say the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm so upset.
I'm flabbergasted, bro. I'm flabbergasted. I didn't know what that word means. Philadelphia.
This is like the worst thing that could happen today.
Philadelphia, bro? How do you spell Philadelphia? Someone help me out.
Just put Philly, bro. Just put Philly.
Philly Eagles, bro. Disrespect them like that. I'm just.
Shout out to everybody's joined on my IG.
The first pick, Trevor
Appreciate
Lawrence.
you guys.
Cruz, Trevor Lawrence.
I'm gonna be very
Hit
intoxicated.
me up on
by the
YouTube.
end of
Media
today.
Mixtape podcast on YouTube. We're live. We're live. Sorry if we're going crazy right now because I just don't even know what to say, bro. That totally messed up everything.
Oh,
Thank you for spelling Philadelphia for me. I appreciate
I mean, did we take Micah Parsons in?
it.
I mean, there's not.
If Cowboys don't win the first game changing teams this season. Cruz, you're not a Cowboys fan. Get out of here. If you are.
So the Eagles have a minute and 17 seconds left right now at this point.
Well, who does Philadelphia take? They probably take Devontae Smith, although I feel like he would have been on the... Oh, I guess they wanted to jump the Giants for Devontae Smith. So if you're an Eagles fan, you probably are taking Devontae Smith. Do they take Micah Parsons? Bro, Philadelphia, get a linebacker for once. Take Micah Parsons. Huh?
Shout out to everybody in my IG Live.
Shout out to everybody in my live, man. Zeke
Shout out
looking
to
chubby.
Wally
Hey,
telling me to hold it together. I can't,
Hey,
bro.
bro.
Literally the only guy that I want.
I'm looking chubby, Cruz.
The only
If
guy that I
Zeke's
want.
looking chubby, then I don't even know. I don't even know what I look
Hold
like.
it together, bro.
The Dallas Cowboys are up, and that's why we're live on Instagram. But, I mean, they're not up anymore. They just traded with Philadelphia, man. And
Yes.
For those who aren't watching the draft, the Cowboys literally left the draft room. They had a camera change to the draft room. The Cowboys left. Now the Cowboys have
we got another
a third
pick, so
pick
I
in the
guess,
draft, and they have a 12th pick in the draft. I think they left to get together and talk about what the fuck's going on next, bro. But
They're just talking about how this is just the worst draft they've ever been a part of.
the Cowboys literally left the draft room. I mean, that's crazy.
Number 84.
Don't spoil any picks now, Jess, because we're watching live.
No, he's saying we got the 84th pick.
I know. I'm just saying. That's a good pick. 84 is a good pick.
Wait, it doesn't even matter at this point, to be honest. We need to stop watching at this point.
Why would the Cowboys trade with the Eagles? My brother just texted me, and we just needed to get out of there, bro. We needed a minute to breathe. What up, Choppa?
I'm upset, dude. I'm upset.
What up,
Why
Kenneth?
don't you take Micah Parsons, bro? You need a linebacker. Take
They
Justin
traded with
Fields.
the-
You need a quarterback, bro.
They traded with the pick. What? What's good? They need to pick me
I
up.
can't.
Bucks want
What are
me
we
over
doing
Brady.
now?
That's facts.
What are we doing?
That's facts, Louis. They need to get you on the Bucks, bro. Future quarterback over Brady. Hit us up on YouTube, guys. You guys are watching on Instagram. I'm only gonna be live to the Cowboys pick at 12.
Yeah, I only went live for the Cowboys pick.
But the Eagles are picking at 10. Do they take Devontae Smith? Let's talk about that because I'm kind of lost right now.
I know. I'm so confused.
I'm kind of lost. I'm kind of confused.
Okay, Eagles. Roger Goodell is walking to the podium right now for the Eagles pick at number 10 now since they traded with Dallas. It has been
Eagles,
switched officially. So
I bet this is going to be Devontae Smith, receiver out of Alabama.
I would assume wide receiver.
Alabama, who was also the Heisman Trophy winner. So not going to be a bad pick for the Eagles at all. But, man, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, to be honest with you. Like, have I even been talking like English right now? Great pick.
That was literally the worst case scenario.
Pick.
That was the worst thing that could have happened.
Bad. Roger Goodell's up there talking right now. The 10th pick in the draft, Philadelphia Eagles select Devontae Smith, receiver out of Alabama. Shout out Devontae Smith going to Philly.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Now, look, I talked about this. No disrespect to Philly. I know I'm a Cowboys fan, but I do not think he's going to be your receiver number one. I think he's going to be fine, but I don't think he's going to be the fix of the issues in Philadelphia. But take the best player right there. You trade up. You want the receiver. Go ahead and take DeMonte Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner. It is what it is, bro.
I don't have my phone, but
is.
who is left? What's the next corner that's available
For the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Well, at 12, they can go Caleb Farley.
I say reach on Caleb. I think at 12,
They could go Greg Newsome.
That much of a reach.
They could go JOK. They could go Michael Parsons. I think the Cowboys could actually really go Michael Parsons at 12, to be honest.
I just don't like Caleb at or not Caleb. I don't like Micah. When we have our linebackers, I think we have good enough linebackers. I think we need a corner, man. And I don't like. I don't know.
Honestly,
Shout
bro,
out to
I'm
Adrian joining the
still
live.
lost. I'm still lost.
Wally saying Hurts time. I don't think so, bro. I would disagree, to be honest. But shout out to everybody that's on. If you guys want, join us on YouTube. We are live. We're going to be live for the whole first round. So definitely go check us out. Media Mixtape Podcast. Go check us out there. Okay. Our uncle. Would you trade Prescott for Rodgers? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I love Dak Prescott.
Dak
I cannot
Prescott.
have
I mean,
enough
I got a Dak
Dak
Prescott jersey on right now. I mean, there's no way.
Really?
We're not trading him. There's no way. No, I would not.
Well,
do that
we're
trade.
sitting here at pick number 11 right now. Let's talk about the what I'm at. Let's talk about the Giants. I'm sad, bro. I'm sad.
Giants
I'm
have
sad.
5 minutes right now.
I apologize for people watching on YouTube. I know we sound off. We're lost a little bit. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, the Cowboys, I wanted Pat Surtain. I wanted J.C. Horn. We lost both of them. But let's talk about the Giants, man. The Giants are sitting here at number 11. I think the Giants could definitely take Michael Parsons easily. They could take an edge, Kwity Paye.
Who's the next?
Gregory Rousseau. Receiver, you don't want to go Rashad Bateman here at number 11, I don't think.
I would argue
Rashawn Slater's on the board.
Rashawn Slater, I think, is the pick here. But
Rashawn Slater's on the board as well.
again, what do you want here? I mean, you have decent wide receivers, so
I'm so close to ending the YouTube live, bro. I'm so close to
I'm
telling
pretty
Jake,
sad
let's
right
hop off. Let's cry. Oh, the Giants trade pick to the Bears.
Oh wow.
The Giants have traded down.
Do they take Justin Fields? Wow.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
they take
getting
Justin
crazy.
Fields. They take Justin Fields. Easy.
Is this a Justin Fields pick? I don't know.
Easy, bro. If they take Mac Jones, I'm going to cry.
And the Cowboys just pick so I can figure out who is going to be our player next year.
11th pick in the draft. Chicago.
Hey, Jess, if you want to set up this
Bears.
right here, this one.
Via a trade with...
Just be careful. Shout out to everybody in my live. Check us out on YouTube. Media Mixtape Podcast on YouTube. Oh. I'm so sad, guys. I'm so sad.
Which one go?
Go ahead.
With the 11th pick in the 2021 NFL draft, via a trade with the New York Giants.
I would assume quarterback here in this spot, but you never know. Justin Fields is still on the board. Mac Jones is still on the board. I think Mac thought he was going number 3, so he's a little sad right now.
I already have it typed up. That's gonna be it's gonna be Justin Fields, man. But whose house is that? Justin Fields?
I don't know. I think it is Justin Fields' house.
Up there?
What up, Rob? I was gonna go live for the Cowboys pick. Now they traded down a couple picks,
Yeah, it's Justin Fields' house right there.
and I can't believe the Cowboys' war room was empty, bro.
The Bears have traded. The Bears have traded up to number 11 with the New York Giants, and their pick is in. The assumption is they go quarterback here.
Hey, Joe. What up, Joe? Didn't I tell you about Kyle Pitts? Joe? I told you Kyle Pitts is going to Atlanta. Now, I did not know the rest of the draft was going to go the way it did, man. This is why we love the draft, and this is why we hate the draft.
Yeah.
This is wild, bro.
Can we
What up,
trade for
Bubba?
Pastor 10?
I'm sad right now, Bubba, to be honest with you. I'm sad. I don't even want to go live no more, but we're live on YouTube. Media
All right,
Mixtape
check this out. All right,
podcast.
so how Michael Gallup for Pastor 10?
Michael Gallup for Pastor 10. Relax, bro. Relax. Pastor 10's good, but look, this is the truth about the Cowboys with cornerback. There's a lot of corners in the second round, bro. A lot of corners in the second round.
And then go sign Richard Sherman.
Sherman. I mean,
Go sign Richard Sherman then. And I'll be fine. But I'm really close to saying Michael Gallup for Pastor 10.
I'm not worried, Joe, about the Heisman Trophy winner being on the Eagles, to be honest with you. I know he's good, but he's not a number one receiver. But the biggest thing is their quarterback. They don't even know how good he's going to be, you know?
Right.
So
he's not even officially the quarterback.
So, you know, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you. Good trade down for the Cowboys, I think. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Shout out to Bubba. He said Cowboys traded down because their corners were off the board. There's no point in taking Rashawn Slater, offensive lineman. And by the way, Rashawn Slater's still here, available for them at 12, the Cowboys. They got a third pick in the draft. They lost their two corners. It is what it is. They'll move on. I mean, I think the Cowboys might trade down again or take Michael Parsons, Rashawn Slater. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, Roger Goodell is stepping to the podium for the Chicago Bears pick.
Chicago's
and let's see
picking right
what
now.
They decide.
All right, he's talking about some COVID stuff. Shout out to everybody here on my live, bro. They should have took Mac Jones to replace Dak. I don't know, bro. The Raiders might go ahead and snag Mac Jones. You're going to talk about that stuff. I want to talk about Mac Jones right now. The Raiders might go ahead and take Mac and replace Derek Carr. You know what I'm saying? I think that's more realistic, Bubba. Hit us up on YouTube, though, guys. Media Mixtape Podcast. We're doing the whole first round sad now. We're going to drink a lot more, order some pizza maybe in a bit.
Yeah. I'm getting drunk today. Guys.
Definitely getting drunk today. That's a fact.
Responsibly, though. Okay? Keep it responsible, guys.
We're home already, so. Now we're probably getting Rodgers. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, bro. Raiders could definitely get Rodgers.
Roger could just make the pick, bro. Goddamn.
Hey, stop being a jerk right now, Jay. He's talking about COVID shit, and that's dope, okay? Shout out to Roger
I don't know.
Goodell. He's talking about opening some facilities for COVID. But here we go, making the Chicago Bears pick. Eleventh pick in the draft. Chicago Bears traded up.
Justin Fields is a Chicago Bear.
Red
Wow.
Rifle, Andy Dalton. I'm sorry, your job is lost, my guy. You drinking a little bit, or what? Hey, shout out Justin Fields, man. I think that's a great pick for Chicago. Absolutely great pick. You saw a quarterback falling. You went ahead. You took him. My Dallas Cowboys are on the board. Hey, what's up, Josh? My Dallas Cowboys on the board now. Now I'm going to be sad while I watch this pick be made.
Are you mad at Caleb Farley?
Am I mad at Caleb Farley? No. Am I excited about Caleb Farley? You know, it's like I'm very nervous about Caleb Farley's back. You got 2 back surgeries and you're younger than me. I don't like that. Or he's about the same age as me, probably younger than me. I'm nervous about what the Cowboys do at 12 here. That's why I'm here live on Instagram. Hit us up. We're live on YouTube, Media Mixtape Podcast.
I mean, I'm sad for real.
Check us out.
It's just
Media_mixtape on Twitter, guys.
Today was a worst case scenario. I never thought Pastor 10 was not going to be on the board.
We're posting every single pick there with a poll. You can vote on and see if it's a great pick, okay pick, or a bad pick. Hit us up there, but.
Panthers should have took Slater, bro. Damn.
Well, let's talk about Justin Fields to Chicago. Red Rifle's there. Are you sad about it?
No, I think you go get your young quarterback. I don't think Andy Dalton was your solution for sure.
Yeah, definitely not a solution for the future.
He's definitely a placeholder for someone like a Justin Fields. Now, I don't love Justin's mechanics, and it seems to be, if you really look at his mechanics, they're not great, but you can fix that, and he's a winner for sure. But again, Ohio State quarterbacks, USC quarterbacks, definitely any UCLA quarterbacks. I'm not a big fan of taking those guys, even if they have success. So it's going to be interesting to see what what he does, but he just does not have great mechanics. It's really ugly when you see when you look at it. So he doesn't have a lot of weapons there. He doesn't have a great offensive line. The defense is pretty good, but could be better for sure. So we'll see. Cowboys have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, and we'll see what they decide to do.
So Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. There's 4 minutes left. Anybody on my Instagram chat, let me know how you guys feel about what the Cowboys are going to do. Any pick the Cowboys make, I'm a little bit sad. Now I'm going to root for the guy, whoever comes at number 12. I'm not going to boo this pick. But do they take Micah Parsons? Do they think JOK is a better linebacker? Do they think Rashawn Slater is the best pick for them to play left guard for them next year and then move to tackle eventually? I don't know, man. Those are the 3 picks I think the Cowboys can make. Do you have any other options for us? Caleb Farley, 2 back surgeries.
Don't even pick a player at this point. I'm upset, bro.
Yeah, man. Cowboys taking Micah. We'll see, Bubba.
I'm okay with the reach. I'm okay with the reach on Caleb.
Well, how do you feel about Micah?
We still have him going in the first.
How do you feel about Micah? Because I've said this multiple times. I'm cool with Micah at 10. We did move down to 12, so I'll be even more cool with Micah at 12 because
I'm fine with Micah
got an
at
extra
12.
pick later down the road, you know?
I'm fine with Micah at 12, but, I just don't think we need linebacker right now. I know,
The thing about the Micah pick is that the Cowboys won't be taking Micah for now. They'd be taking Micah for the future because Leighton Vander Esch is on his last year before they have to do the fifth year option, right? Would I be Lane? So
pick is
the Cowboys pick is in.
Pick is in. Let me check the chat.
With the 12th pick in the draft.
Our uncle said he has it on good authority. That Jerry Jones is talking to Deion Sanders. That's why he left the war room so he could get him out of retirement. And I would not even be mad at that.
I'm pretty sad. The Cowboys were pretty sad or pretty upset. Their plan did not come to fruition. I just didn't see the Broncos taking a corner. And I told you guys, though, before the draft, I actually thought it was possible they take a corner. I know they signed a couple corners, but at the end of the day, it was you need a corner for the future. Shout out to the Broncos, man. They got a good one, man. I'm fucking so sad. I'm so sad. What up, Elaine? We're talking about the NFL draft. Talking about the Cowboys. Talking about sports. Hit us up, Media Mixtape Podcast. We're live on YouTube. We're going to be live for the entire first round, drinking beer, crying because the Cowboys didn't get the guy that we wanted. But definitely having a good time still, regardless. Probably order some pizza in a bit.
Uncle said first round coverage sponsored by Modelo. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored by Modelo.
Would love to be sponsored.
But I would love to be sponsored by Modelo.
And Truly as well. I'm a big fan of your drinks, so if you guys want to sponsor us, definitely let us know. Shout out to our uncle for being here with us in the live stream. The pick is in.
Go check us out on YouTube, guys. Media Mixtape Podcast. We're live on YouTube for the entire first round of the mock draft of the NFL draft. Sorry.
So why is this the highlight? But we allowed 473 points, most in franchise history. We allowed 158 yards per game, 31st in the NFL, which is second to last. So we definitely need a defender in this situation. We'll see what happens. See what they decide to pick.
I'm just sad, you know? I'm just sad.
Damn, I really thought Patrick Tan was going to be a Cowboy, man. Maybe eventually, but not in this draft, that's for sure.
Roger Goodell's walking up. The Cowboys suck. Thank you, Mia. I appreciate that. That makes me feel better about what's going on right now at this draft. The Cowboys do suck, and we're only going to suck more because we didn't get Patrick Surtain.
Go sign Richard Sherman, please.
What does the card say? The Cowboys are about to make their pick number 12. Where's Carla? Carla is at home, chilling, vibing. We're live on YouTube, guys. Check us out on YouTube, Media Mixtape. See what happens. What up, Morris? How you feeling about the Patriots, bro? How you feeling about the Patriots at 15? Where they going? I'm calling this pick for the Cowboys. Don't matter who they pick, 8 and 9.
I'm not mad at a reach for Caleb.
Farley.
I'm not mad at a reach for Caleb Farley.
The boy Robert said he bets Farley. Pick is in.
Decide.
Pick's about to be announced for the Cowboys. Let's see what goes down. Micah Parsons, Caleb Farley, JOK, Rashawn Slater. Yeah, how about them Cowboys?
I'm not as excited to say that right now.
Mac Jones to the Patriots, Morris. Mac Jones to the Patriots. 12 pick. Micah Parsons, baby.
Micah Parsons.
I told you. I told you before the draft happened. I told you, bro. Now, I know a lot of people, he wanted to play for the Cowboys. He's happy right now. A lot of people are going to talk shit about this pick. Let me tell you right now, Micah Parsons is a beast, and the Cowboys need a linebacker for the future, bro. A linebacker for the future. I was cool with this at 10. They traded down to 12. At the end of the day, you don't have Surtain. You don't have Horn on the board.
I'm sad.
Go ahead and snag Micah Parsons.
I'm
linebacker
sad.
for the future. I love LVE. I love Jalen Smith, but one of those guys is going to have to go next year. Money is just not going to work, so we now have 3 pretty good linebackers for next season. It is what it is, man.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the pick, but I really thought Pastor 10 was going to be a Dallas Cowboy, and I'm sad about that situation for sure.
Quan, I appreciate you. Definitely not as excited I was as expecting to be because I was expecting Surtain, but it is what it is, bro. Micah Parsons is a dog.
So Micah Parsons is a Dallas Cowboy. Shout out to Micah Parsons.
This
man.
is a Jerry Jones pick, though, for sure. For sure, Jerry Jones made this pick. Oh shit.
So what do you go? You go LVE, Micah Parsons, and don't pay Jalen, or how does that work?
I think you already paid Jalen, so you're probably gonna let go of LVE. Unfortunately, next year. But for next season, bro, you got all 3. You got all 3. So
I'm sad, bro. And no disrespect to Micah Parsons, but I'm just sad.
Okay, pick and bad pick. All right. For anybody still on my Instagram,
Why is the text going away? All right, I'm
Cowboys
gonna have to
pick
do.
Michael Parsons, linebacker out of Penn State. That boy's a dog. I'm telling you, he's gonna be a dog. We're gonna have 3 great linebackers, but I am sad the Cowboys missed out on Patrick Surtain. They missed out on J.C. Horn. Michael Parsons is happy, bro. You gotta be happy, man. You gotta be happy that the kids are happy to be a Cowboy. I'm happy he's a Cowboy. It's just, it's just one of those things, man. I definitely wanted Surtain. I definitely wanted Horn. Cowboys are back in the war room. They look happy.
I mean, this was worst case scenario for us, but at the same time, Michael Parsons is a great player, man. Michael Parsons is a great player and should be able to add to this defense.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, say what you guys want. I know a lot of Cowboys fans, a lot of people are going to talk shit about Michael Parsons going to Dallas. 3 great linebackers now. I say what you want about Jalen. Say what you want about LVE. All 3 of them are going to be really dogs.
Reach on. The hope is Caleb Farley falls to the second round.
I think at 12, we could have taken Rashawn Slater to help that offensive line, but I like Michael Parsons, man. He's a beast. JOK was interesting. Rashawn Slater was interesting to play left guard, then kick out to tackle eventually. It's interesting, man.
Yeah. So I did have to, if you're watching on YouTube, I did have to delete the first. I don't think an Eagles fan
will be on my Instagram talking about what great linebackers, all right? I think if you're an Eagles fan, you'd be ecstatic to get Jalen Smith and LVE on your roster,
That's
bro.
a fact. That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
'Cause
any one of our players.
I can't even tell you who the linebackers are for the Eagles.
Yeah, I can't.
Singletary. Michael wanted to be a Cowboy. He's a Cowboy. I'm happy for him. Hey, you guys want to go keep watching me talk so I can focus on one? I'm hopping off my Instagram live. I'm going to YouTube, sticking with YouTube.
Go check me out on YouTube, Media
Mixtape Podcast. We're live on YouTube. Hit us up there, man. I'm out of here. A little bit sad, but shout out to Michael Parsons. I love him. I'm excited. Can you keep the live?
Yeah, we're here. Look. Download the video now. Yeah.
All right, we're off Instagram. I'll focus on YouTube now. I'm sorry, guys. Damn, bro. Shout out Michael, man. I'm happy. I'm a Cowboys fan who say what you guys want. I'm happy we took Michael Parsons. I wanted him at 10. I was cool with him at 10 if, exactly what happened. I had a feeling it was possible. Pastor 10 and J.C. Horn were both off the board. So I was cool. I was cool with Parsons at 10. They ended up trading down with the Eagles, taking Parsons anyways at 12, adding another third-round pick. It is what it is, man. It's cool. Cowboys got more picks. Day 2 is now where the Cowboys are going to do a lot of their work, but just sucks, man. Just sucks that we couldn't get our guy PS2, but we'll see, man. Shout out Greg Newsome, Caleb Farley, Trayvon Moehrig, right? Cowboys now have an extra third-round pick. Let's not go too crazy and say they can't trade up back in the first round, right? I mean,
if you can somehow get Caleb, I might feel a little bit better about this whole situation.
Caleb in the second round.
Yeah.
Shout out Caleb Farley, man. I don't think he falls out the first round.
Trade the 30s you got from the Eagles. Trade a third next year, and let me get the.
We'll just keep it until your defense.
Yeah, man. I thought Pastor Tan was gonna be a Cowboy. It's a little hard for me right now, man. It's hard for me to be excited about Micah Parsons, but let's get back.
Let's be excited, Jake.
Yeah, let's get back into the rest of the draft because it's not just about the Cowboys. So, the LA Chargers are on the board. They are the pick is in according to the graphic here on ESPN. So, I would say Rashawn Slater has fallen to 13. I think that's a gift for you guys. Go ahead and take Rashawn Slater at number 13. If you guys are watching live on YouTube, I had to delete the first 11 picks, just because for whatever reason the text is not letting me go past that. So the first 10 picks are on our Twitter, so definitely go check that out and vote on those polls because Josh is tweeting those out as they go live. So.
Yeah, so we're here. We're talking a lot about the Cowboys the last couple picks, so we'll go back and talk about number 10, Philadelphia Eagles taking the Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith. He also played with Jalen Hurts at Alabama. So, it's a great pick for them. I'm not scared of Devontae Smith necessarily, but I do think it's a nice weapon, better than any weapon they have right now. A little combination of Smith on one end, Jalen Reagor on the other in his second season. It's going to be good for the Eagles. I know we're Cowboys fans, but I'm not going to be a Eagles hater here. It's a nice pick for them. They have a lot of work to do still on both sides of the football, but not a bad pick. How do you feel about Devontae Smith to the Eagles?
I think it's a great pick for them. I think you needed to go wide receiver, especially with someone like Devontae Smith on the board still. So it's a great pick for them. But like you said, there's a lot of holes that they need to fill. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, they
that
can
sounded
fill.
weird. That sounded weirdly dirty. A lot of holes they need to fill. But yeah, so that good pick I think for the Eagles, and then moving on to pick number 11. We didn't really talk much about the Giants going ahead and taking who they take. Who did the Giants take at number 11?
They traded out to the Bears.
Oh, they traded out. My bad. Giants traded out of that pick. See, I'm so lost. Giants traded out of that pick number 11 with Chicago. Justin Fields went number 11 to Chicago. Andy Dalton, battle for it, fight for it, but it may seem like Justin Fields is probably going to be the starter for them. If not day one, definitely by midseason he'll be there and starting for them. So unfortunate for Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, but good for Justin Fields. I think that's a really good situation to go to. I know it's not all peaches and creams. They have a lot of holes they still need to fill, but at the end of the day, I think they do have a pretty solid team, a good defense, and this is their best chance to try to win now with a rookie quarterback. Not your ideal situation, but a situation where they have to hope it works for their coach and their GM to keep their jobs. Then we went to the Dallas Cowboys, Micah Parsons. You know how we feel about that. I'm happy with it, but I'm a little bit disappointed because I wanted the Cowboys to go ahead and snag Pat Surtain or J.C. Horn. I thought it was a guarantee they were getting one of those guys. They didn't. It's all good. And then now we're at the Chargers, the 13th pick in the draft. We didn't talk much about the Broncos either, number 9, taking Surtain. I know they signed a couple corners, but I talked about this, in passing, not expecting it, but it's a good pick for them because you have corners you signed, but
Denver
you need a corner for the future.
Is my new rival.
You need a corner.
Worse than the Eagles.
I hope.
Worse than the Giants.
I hope when we play the Broncos, I'm not saying I hope Surtain has a bad career, but I hope when we play them, he gets torched by Amari Cooper. He gets torched by CD.
He will. You know why? Because he's not on the Dallas Cowboys, bro. That's what it is.
So yeah, shout out to the Broncos, man. I'm disappointed, but that's a good pick for them because, it's not necessarily their top need. They had other players who were arguably better at that position, different positions for them. But to be fair to them, it's a cornerback who can be your CB1 for the future, learn from Kyle Fuller and all these other guys, play under Vic Fangio. Good pick for the Broncos. It just sucks that he's not a Cowboy, but shout out to PS2, Pat Surtain. I know he's sad as well.
He did not like happy.
He did not like happy, too happy. So, Chargers are on the clock. The pick is in for the Chargers. I'm going to bet this is Rashawn Slater.
Okay, literally, I was about to get up, but Chargers pick is in at number 13. Let's see where they decide to go here. Our uncle saying offensive line. I would agree.
Rashawn Slater is the pick.
Let's protect Justin Herbert.
And they go ahead and take Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern University.
Great pick for them.
Great pick. Versatile offensive lineman. Can't say enough about Rashawn Slater, man. I would have loved to have him on the Cowboys. I understand why the Cowboys went in a different direction, but you gotta like Slater to the Chargers, man.
That's a great pick for them. Like I said, let's go protect Justin Herbert. Let's protect this guy who sets the records, who sets rookie records. Let's go protect our quarterback, man. And Rashawn Slater is a beast. Again, like Josh said, I would love for him to be a Cowboy, but I think our defense is the most important thing right now. And Rashawn Slater is going to be a beast. Him and Panay, I think, are going to be connected for a very long time as some of the great offensive linemen in the league for sure.
Yeah, and as which one was better, that's going to be a constant comparison, right? Should the Lions should have taken Rashawn Slater instead? A lot of people had Rashawn Slater ranked above Panay Sewell. I disagree. I think Sewell's going to be the better tackle, especially left tackle. Now, Rashawn Slater looked dominant, but he looks small. His arms tested, not necessarily short, but not the ideal length either. To me, he looks like a guard. He played a little bit of guard, played a little bit of center. He's a very versatile offensive lineman, like I said. But Chargers are hoping he's their left tackle of the future, and I think it's not a horrible pick. I mean, you can't really go against it. He's a good player. Could be your tackle or could be a guard for you. Showing some highlights right now. One of the best, I think, games that Rashawn Slater had. A lot of people always go back to him playing against Chase Young. Chase Young, former number 2 overall pick in the red draft, right, Jess? Chase Young was number 2. Yeah. We saw Rashawn Slater go up against Chase Young, who dominated as a rookie, and he locked him up. You know, he did a good job blocking him. So, you know, you got to give him that credit. Rashawn Slater did his thing against some of the best players when he was playing a couple years ago. He did take a year off from COVID, but I assume he's going to be fine. He's going to be a good offensive lineman for the Chargers for a long time, man. Now we're moving to the 14th pick in the draft with the Minnesota Vikings. My guess is offensive line again. They could either go Christian Darrisaw, tackle out of Virginia, or they could definitely go Elijah Vera Tucker, guard / tackle out of USC. That's my pick for them. I've mocked that pick to them multiple times in my own mock drafts. You know, we could definitely see the Minnesota Vikings taking Elijah Vera Tucker. Are there any other interesting names on the board for them? I mean, do they go defense with JOK? Do they go
I had them taking
with Caleb Farley?
I had them taking Jalen Phillips, edge out of Miami, but there's a lot still on the board right now. So I mean, there's
for those
could definitely change.
For those who don't have Adam Schefter's tweets on, post notifications on, he actually just tweeted that the Vikings are talking trade. And they actually traded the pick officially to the New York Jets. So the New York Jets have traded back up into the top 15. The Jets will now have 2 top 15 picks. Now, who is it you think they're going for? Are they going for Christian Darrisaw? Are they coming up for JOK? Are they coming up for Caleb Farley to go reach? I just think Caleb Farley could have fell in their lap, maybe.
I don't know.
I think Caleb Farley probably could go.
They do have another pick in this round.
They
right?
probably just traded it.
I know, but I'm saying they had one later, right?
Yeah, in 26. They probably traded 26 up to get 14.
I don't know. I don't know who you could take right now. I mean, it's like we said. We talked about it the other day. They need a lot. So, is there a wide receiver available? That's
Elijah Vera Tucker.
maybe offensive lineman. I don't know. It's interesting to see. I have no idea what the Jets would be taking right here.
Wow. Look at that. What's that?
With the 14th pick in the 200.
I mean, they could use wide receiver. They could use corner. They could use offensive lineman. I mean, they could use anything at this point.
Yeah, the Jets could literally go any direction. I would say my guess is they are deciding to trade up for USC offensive lineman Elijah Vera Tucker. Now, it's not just because I had the Vikings taking him at this pick. It's also because I think that's a guy I could see them targeting, right? A guy who could play guard, also play tackle if he needs. He played really well at tackle last season for USC, so could do that. They could maybe have heard rumors that New England was going to take somebody or Arizona was going to take somebody that they want. Do they go ahead and take a risk on Caleb Farley? I mean, because I don't think Caleb Farley was going to go drop to 23. I think Arizona would have went all over that, which would make sense where the Jets would trade ahead.
I mean, I
of
really
Arizona.
hope that he falls to the second round, to be honest.
I don't think so, man. I think Caleb Farley could actually be the pick right now.
Justin Fields, a quarterback for the Chicago Bears. We can officially say that now. It's very interesting to see. I have no idea what the Jets will be. I don't know why you would have to jump so far up.
It's got to be Caleb Farley, I think. He's the only one that makes sense for me. I mean, unless they really thought that Rashawn Slater wasn't going to fall, and so they therefore assumed they couldn't get Christian Darrisaw. And so maybe this pick is going to be Christian Darrisaw, tackle out of Virginia Tech. Super, super interesting, man. Let us know how you guys feel, man. Anybody here in the draft, in the chat, saying anything crazy?
No, nothing crazy so far.
I think if you're the Jets, you could have waited.
JOK.
I think if you're the Jets, you could have waited. I know you guys kind of hear off camera. Jesse, our little brother, said JOK here.
Jesse's pissing
The
me
Jets.
off with JOK.
JOK could possibly be. I feel like he could have fell to 23. So I wouldn't have.
In different cities every year, right? It is, right? Because it was in Tennessee 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying.
I think it's a different place every year. But yeah, the Jets could.
Our draft just I'm so discombobulated right now.
Yeah. I mean that's what happens, right? And that's why I hate when we do mock drafts. That's why we don't do that many, right? If you guys subscribe to us, we don't do too many mock drafts. We do pretty much 2 every year so far, past couple of seasons. And it's mostly because it's too hard to guess, right?
Yeah.
So I'd rather give one guess early to guess of what's going on, get a feel for some of the players, and then have one more little mock draft before the draft happens, which is what we did. We were 4 for 4, first 4 picks, and then it got kind of messy. So things have fell interestingly. And I'm seeing Patrick Tan's the Broncos in the bottom, and it makes me sad again.
It's unfortunate, man.
Makes me sad again. I'm going to go pee. We're on commercial break here, so I'm going to go pee.
Yeah, go ahead. The Jets. Man, this is the most intriguing one for me. The fact that they traded up, I felt like they were in a good spot with what they got. They got Zach Wilson. I don't know if there's any offensive lineman that you would want to reach at this point. I feel like Caleb Farley's a reach as well, like right here. I think Jesse's saying JOK, but Jesse's going to say JOK for the rest of the picks of the first round. So, because look, New England can take him, Arizona can take him. We mocked Arizona taking Caleb Farley. I hope that Caleb falls to the second round, or maybe hopefully we can trade up. Trade our second, man. Trade our second round and get to Caleb Farley. I don't know, man. We need a corner for sure, but definitely after today, we're gonna need to take Richard Sherman. We need to sign Richard Sherman. We need someone solid at that position for sure. It's been a rough day, guys. It's been a rough day for sure. I did not expect any of this. Man. Shout out to everybody in our live. Shout out to everybody who watched my Instagram live. Definitely go follow us at media_mixtape. Those are all of our Twitter's handles right there. So definitely go follow us if you guys are checking this out. As you can tell by my jersey, I'm sad after today. I do like Michael Parsons. I just think we're good at linebacker, and I think we needed a lockdown corner, and Surtain was that guy for sure. The Jets are a mess. They need all the picks they can get. That's true, but they just sent one away. So I don't know what the stipulations are of that trade. Maybe it was just a swap, but I don't know. The pick is in for the Jets, and it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to go with here.
There we go.
Elijah Vera Tucker,
Exactly
okay.
what I was talking about before I went to go take a quick little pee break. Elijah Vera Tucker, that makes sense. I think if you're the Jets, the reason why you do this. What?
Mac Jones is on the phone right now, and New England is the next pick.
Oh, wow. Wow. They just showed Mac Jones smiling right now, happy, on the phone.
He was
New
on the
England's
phone
on
with
the-
somebody.
New England is on the board.
And New England is on the board. So
I joked about it with a Patriots homie of mine on my Instagram Live. Said, hey, Mac Jones to the Patriots. Looks like it could be happening, actually. But shout out to Elijah Vera Tucker, man. I said this. The reason why I thought that made sense is because the Jets probably didn't expect Elijah Vera Tucker to fall. Oh, I'm sorry, Rashawn Slater to fall. They thought the Chargers were for sure going to take either Christian Darrisaw or Elijah Vera Tucker. Once that didn't happen, the Jets got on the phone, did their business, and decided to go with one of their favorite offensive linemen in this draft. I don't know how I feel about offensive linemen out of USC because I love Tyron Smith. Dallas Cowboys left tackle.
Beast.
But then they also have guys like Austin Jackson, right, who haven't necessarily panned out for Miami. So it's interesting. Not to say that really matters what school they came from. If you like the player, you like the player. Go ahead, take a guard who could play tackle for you. And they did that. So shout out to Elijah Vera Tucker. I think it's a nice pick for the Jets. Not bad to trade up either. I don't know what they traded up necessarily. We don't know the trade details. I'm sure they have them already on Twitter somewhere. But not a bad pick at all. Now I got to figure out how to spell Elijah Vera Tucker's name.
Yeah, I had to wait for the for the actual to put his name on the board. When it comes to offensive lineman, USC I think is one of those colleges for sure that can produce great ones. And Elijah's pretty good. I don't see any problems with this. They have him at guard. He's played it looked like he played a lot of left tackle. So
he played a lot of left guard his first couple years, and then last season they needed him to play left tackle, and he did pretty good.
I mean, yeah, like let's protect our new quarterback in Zach Wilson, and I think that's a great pick for them. We're looking at Bill Belichick right now. Why did they have Mac Jones as the pitchers? I mean, as the Jets. They had Mac Jones in the graphic for the Jets.
I think because they had the camera on him. I don't know. Mac Jones is sitting there now. He doesn't look as happy as he looked a couple seconds ago. So I'm curious as to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear a trade here. In our mock draft, we had Devontae Smith falling here. So I'm at a loss right now. I don't really know who can go here. I think JOK, I could picture him in a Patriots uniform. But do they go ahead and take Tom Brady 2.0? Do they take the next out of shape dad bod quarterback, right? That's a question mark for sure. I don't think Mac Jones will be Tom Brady, but does Bill Belichick think he can be? That's up to Bill Belichick, right? So we'll see what happens. Roger Goodell is already walking up. Is that Robert?
Yeah,
Kraft?
he's already walking up for
this pick. This is quick, very quick. Not definitely not Donald Trump.
Definitely not Donald Trump.
This is quick.
All right, 15th pick. The New England Patriots. I mean, he was talking to them, or he's talking to somebody.
They're not trading this pick. They're not trading it. The New England.
I mean, we're halfway through the draft right at this point.
Should we order pizza?
Yeah, we'll order soon. For delivery?
I guess.
Yeah, we can't.
Should we have our dad go get it?
All right. We had the volume really low, so we can't really hear what he's saying. I don't know who this guy is.
Turn the volume up a little bit. Shout out to this guy. Don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's a dope guy. It's Mac Jones, bro. It's Mac Jones.
We're about to find out. Hey, we get it, bro. We get it.
Wow.
Wow. They did it.
QB. Out of.
Damn, look at his luck. Yeah.
Look at him strutting through, bro. He's strutting.
Quarterback Mac Jones.
This Mac Jones strut is about to be a meme, 100%. Alabama quarterback Mac Jones.
I mean, I had been saying the Patriots were going to take Mac Jones.
If you guys watch our mock draft, I apologize. I'm sorry, Jake. I'm sorry, Jess. To my little brothers. I was adamant that this was not going to be the pick. I was angry. I was like, why? Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep saying the Patriots are going to take the next Tom Brady? Why? And there you go. They did it. And they're trying to take the next Tom Brady. And there could be some success. There could be some success here. I think Mac Jones is a good quarterback. I'm not against him at all. I'm not rooting against him at all. I just don't see it. I don't see him being the next Tom Brady because there is no next Tom Brady. But what I do see is he had a lot of good players to play with, and he had a really good system. Can he overcome the doubters and show that he's actually a baller? It's very possible. They're showing some of his highlights right now. He's had some good throws, some good deep ball throws. He's a good sit in the pocket passer. What does this mean for for Cam Newton because we talked about this all offseason. Cam Newton's there; he's their starter, but Mac Jones is probably the most starter-ready quarterback in the draft, right next to Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
He's not the quarterback I expected to sit out for a year and have a redshirt year. Do you let him sit out, or do you just start him over Cam Newton?
I think, I mean, like, when you talk about the most similar case to Tom Brady, and, like, I know he went in the first round, but when you go, everybody doubted him. Everybody looked at him and goes, no, dude, you're not you're not athletic. You know what I mean? You know, and he goes to a situation where they have Hunter Henry, and they have Jonnu Smith, and they have decent wide receivers now. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to go. Everybody doubted him, even though he went 15 in the first round. Everybody doubted him, and this could be one of those situations where he goes, I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Now, we'll have to wait and see. Is he the starter coming out? I have no idea. But there was no way Cam Newton was the future of the Patriots, and they knew that. So, wow, man. This has been a crazy draft so far. I don't think it went as expected for anybody, I think.
Yeah, there were some teams that definitely had you expected certain things to happen. Top 4 picks, we got those right in our mock. But since then, it's been a little bit up and down. You know, we've had some guys we expect to go there, and then we have some guys that's tough to guess. And Mac Jones was one that I was not expecting to guess. I owe Jake $50 or something like that now, I think. Even though we never pay each other in our bets.
Yeah, we never stick to each other.
I thought Mac was going to fall to 19. I thought he was going to go to Washington, and it was going to be a happy ending for everybody. Although that sounded dirty. He's talking about how he feels blessed to be a part of this. It's not where you get picked. It's what you do with the opportunity. I like that, Mac. Mac attack. Now, let's stop calling him Mac, and let's start calling him what his name is.
What is it, McKenzie?
McKenzie. No, his name's something different. It's his middle name's Mac, I think.
Find out.
His middle name's Max. His name's Mike.
Mike, dude. There you go. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about this for a second on the live right here? Anybody watching? Why does Mac Jones call himself Mac? His middle name is McKenzie. But his first name...
His middle name is McCorkle.
McCorkle, there you go. I thought it was McKenzie. But his first name is Mike. And you're telling me this man decided to not go ahead and have the best coming out song of all time. Who? Mike Jones. Mike Jones. He literally could have had this shit bumping left and right, bro.
You're literally like, I know they don't have walk-up songs when they in the NFL, but back then they didn't want me.
Now how they all on me, bro. Your name is Mike Jones. And it's not even Michael, is it? Or it is. It's Michael
McCorkle Jones.
I'm calling myself Mike, bro.
What are you doing?
I'm calling myself Mike Jones. And it's all
no
done
disrespect to his parents, but Michael McCorkle?
Hey, McCorkle's probably like his grandfather's name or something, bro. Can you put some respect on it?
Don't put Michael then. Is my point.
Just call him McCorkle?
James McCorkle or something, or Jonathan McCorkle.
Oh, because Mike McCorkle's a little much.
Yes.
It's
too Michael M's. McCorkle.
I get
Too many K's, bro. Too many K sounds.
Arizona Cardinals, the pick is in already. This draft is going very, very fast for us. It
very
feels
quickly.
like. But we have the Arizona Cardinals. I already have it typed out on Twitter. It is Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech. Done deal. Done deal. Zaven Collins.
Wow,
linebacker out of Tulsa. Not expecting that one. Zaven Collins. How you spell Collins?
Colins. It's like one of the most easiest names to spell. Interesting.
Now,
interesting but needed.
Here is one of my favorite players in the draft period. I think he's a player who literally carried his defense. Like, Tulsa's not the greatest university in terms of football.
Shout out to B. Lou, wide receiver.
Shout out to B. Lou. If you guys watch GS and B. Lou, I think he played for Tulsa. B. Lou did. But yeah, man, shout out to Zaven Collins. Tulsa's a pretty decent program.
This is what I'll say is I don't think he's the best linebacker out of the draft. But I do think he's a monster. I think he's huge. I think this is a great pick for Arizona, and I think he's gonna be a solid player and possibly a Hall of Famer.
I think Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think he's great. He looks great. Potential Hall of Fame, right? Whatever. Potential just great player. Potential player who's going to surprise people in the draft. Potential player who in a few years from now they go, wait a minute, how do we let this guy fall? And that's how good I think Zayvon Collins can be. Now, the question is, they need a cornerback. They let go of Patrick Peterson. Who's going to be their next corner? I think 16's a little rich for me if you're going to talk about Caleb Farley. I assumed it was going to be Caleb Farley. Jesse in the background screaming Greg Newsome out of what? What did he play for? Northwestern? Greg Newsome, right? Potential next best cornerback on the board. But I think this is not a bad pick. Zayvon Collins is a good player. They could find a corner in round 2 or 3.
No, this does switch up our draft because we had Zayvon Collins going where? Do you remember?
Zayvon Collins dropped a little bit. I think he went.
We picked him for somebody in Miami, maybe.
Miami, maybe, yeah. To replace kind of Cal Van Noy's.
Yeah. So they do need a linebacker to replace Van Noy. So it's going to be interesting. That changes a lot. The Las Vegas Raiders at 17.
Isn't it crazy that I'm gonna tell my kids? Well, when I was growing up, back in my day, they were the Oakland Raiders. I know for some reason you get old, you just sound like that. By the way,
yeah, for sure.
For some reason you get old, you sound like you're from the South. The Vegas Raiders now on the clock. Again, I like to pick Zayvon Collins. I actually thought Zayvon Collins would have been interesting to go to the Raiders. Now he's not. He's not on the board for them. I think that's why they're taking some time on this pick because they're looking in different ways. JOK is a name that looks like it could fit in a uniform of the
obviously their defense
Vegas
has
Raiders.
Been disappointing. Most of the quarterbacks that I think anybody was interested in would be off the board.
I don't think Kyle Trask is coming off the board anytime
Kyle Trask
soon.
is not coming out in the first round. So.
I don't think Kellen Mond or anybody like that we're going to see in the first round. So, yeah, I'm not thinking quarterback. I actually like Derek Carr. Our dad actually is a Raiders fan, so we're familiar with the Raiders.
Yes.
And I like Derek Carr. I think he's their franchise guy for at least the next couple of seasons.
Is there a wideout right now that you could take? I know Rashad Bateman's probably still on the board.
He's on the board, but he's probably that next best receiver.
Yeah, he's probably a second round talent in my opinion.
I don't know.
Look, he may prove me wrong, but I'm just saying, as of right now, I would say fall to the second round.
They could go Rashad Bateman. That's actually not a bad pick for them. They can go a lot of routes: offensive line, defensive line, anybody on defense. I know Raiders fans are begging for that. A buddy of mine was saying Micah Parsons was a hope for him, but 2 linebackers are off the board now. I think if you're the Raiders, you go. Actually, I think JOK was our second best or first best linebacker.
A lot of mocks them taking Morig right here at 17, and I know that's high for a safety, but you definitely need one. So
well, he's actually what'd you say?
Trevon Morig.
Merrick.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see if that's what they decide to do, but I would assume it's a defensive position at this point. You have a good running back in Josh Jacobs. You have a decent quarterback in Derek Carr. Well, they just add another 10 minutes to the Raiders pick. But the pick is in for the Raiders, so we should be getting that pretty soon. You have a decent quarterback in Derek Carr. You do have a running back in Josh Jacobs. You have Ruggs that you drafted last year. You have Darren Waller, who's a good tight end. Maybe you go wide receiver. I don't know. I don't know where the Raiders go at this point. Most likely defense, but it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do. The pick is in for the Raiders, so we should be seeing Roger Goodell pretty soon. And we'll see what they decide to do. I would most likely think defense.
Yeah, I was fixing a tweet real quick. Apologize for being quiet. I forgot to put the poll for the Mac Jones pick, but go ahead, check us out. If you guys are watching on YouTube, media_mixtape on Twitter, we have a poll for every single pick. Is it a great pick, okay pick, or a bad pick? You go ahead, you decide. You go vote on Twitter at media_mixtape and hit us up, retweet, man. Like and retweet the tweets, the polls. That'd be nice for us to try to get some more votes on them. That's all I care about. I just want the most votes possible on all those tweets we were making. But we're now here at the 17th pick in the draft. Like Jake said, about halfway through. The Raiders, going to be a defensive pick, I think.
Does Aaron Rodgers get traded today?
Does Aaron Rodgers get traded today? No. It's not going to happen. I don't think he's going to get traded at all.
He would have been traded by, I think, at this point.
I think if you're the Packers, you try your best to keep making them happy because at this point, what are you going to do? I mean,
he would have been traded in the top 10, in my opinion. So I think
Yeah.
he will be a Packer next season. Or maybe not. Maybe not. You never know. We'll see what happens with the Deshaun Watson situation. Maybe that might be a destination for him, the Texans. But we'll see what happens. Roger Goodell is walking to the podium now, speaking with the certified Raider fan, I guess, in the chair. Seems weird that in COVID situations you would just have random people sitting in this chair, but. Alex Leatherwood. Wow, that's extremely high, but I mean, he's a good tackle. So, offensive tackle out of
Alabama, dude.
Alabama.
Alex Leatherwood, OT, Alabama. I think if you're Alex Leatherwood, I mean, how are you not excited to go play in Vegas, man? On the strip in that new, what's it called?
That new stadium.
The new stadium, the Darth Vader type stadium. What's it called? What do they call it?
Yeah.
Death
Death Star.
Star. How are you not excited to play for Vegas, man?
Yeah, Alex Leatherwood. Wow. Well, what do we have him going? Do you remember?
He's not even going.
We didn't even have him in the first round in our mock
I'm
draft.
pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure I picked him.
I don't
at some
think.
point.
Look, Alex Leatherwood's a good tackle. You play for Alabama. He's good. He played left tackle for them. I just think it's rough, right? I think he's one of the players, like, he kind of reminds me of last year's.
Yeah, I had him going to Green Bay.
Okay. Well, last year we had him. Last year we had Andrew Thomas go 4th overall in the draft, right? Offensive tackle. He now plays for the New York Giants. And I said at the time, I just don't feel it. I don't think this guy is going to be the guy. And that's how I feel about this pick right here. Alex Leatherwood, he's fine. He's probably going to play right tackle for them a bit. Could play left tackle, who knows? Depends on what Gruden wants to do. But I just don't think it's a great pick. I think he's one of those players who's going to have ups and downs early in his career. But, at the end of the day, it's an offensive lineman. And can you really go wrong trying your best to invest in protecting your quarterback?
I'm gonna say with what's left, I think this is the best pick for them. Because I was really confused on where they would go at this point with everything that's happened so far. So I think this is the best pick for them. Let's go protect Derek Carr. Let's focus on what we have. We have a good offense. I think it's a bit of a reach for any defender at this point. So let's go protect Derek Carr and move forward with that and try to get some corners, try to get some defensive help in day 2 and 3.
Yeah, I was trying to see if Mel Kiper had any players left or whatever rankings anywhere, but
60% chance of being available at pick 46. So
wow,
that's not the
that's
greatest.
ESPN's draft predictor, right? Can we really blame? Again, can we blame the Raiders for going ahead and trying to protect the quarterback? No, I think you could have got Alex Leatherwood in the second round probably, but if the Raiders like them enough, right, you got to realize you take them at 17 because you love them, and if you love them, you want to make sure you get them, and that's what it comes down to. The Raiders loved them enough to make sure they got him. They could have waited around and hoped he got there to the second round, but I think if you're doing that as a team, you don't love the player that much. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, we like him, but we'll get him in the second round, or we could try to get him in the second round. Instead, they said, no, we'll take him right here at pick number 17. Probably a bit of a reach, but it's fine. You're protecting quarterback. Let's hope for the best and hope that Alex Leatherwood pans out for you.
Yeah, shout out to Jose saying that's a good pick. We need one more lineman.
I'm not going to disagree and say you don't need a lineman. I just disagree. It's a great pick because I like tackles better than Alex Leatherwood that are still on the board. Christian Darrisaw's still on the board, right? I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of the problem, I think, Jose. Tevin Jenkins as well. But at the same time, it's Bubba. My boy Bubba. Bubba, it's a great pick because you got an offensive lineman, but there's guys who are better. Christian Darrisaw,
we don't need time,
for
bro.
example.
Dolphins said we don't need any time. We go by and make this pick right now. Jalen Phillips. Wow, Jalen Phillips out of Miami. He doesn't have to move too far, to be honest.
I tell you guys, I mocked him
To Miami?
to Miami.
Nice.
Wow. That's a great pick for them. I think he's a great edge. adds a lot to their defense and is only a benefit for them. I think that's an amazing pick for them.
Yeah, Bubba, I don't know if you're still in the live, but look, it's not a bad pick. I just think you probably could have got Alex Leatherwood in the second round. And also, I think Christian Darrisaw is probably a better offensive tackle prospect, along with Tevin Jenkins as well. But not bad. Again, Alex Leatherwood, he played for Alabama. Take the guy from the best school. Why not? Speaking on Jalen Phillips, he gets to stay in Miami. Congrats to him. Look, it's a scary, risky. He's the first edge off the board, actually, right?
Yeah.
So first edge off the board, and I think deservedly so. He is the best edge in the class. He's done the production.
UCLA, you know what I mean?
Played for UCLA. Had to transfer due to medical reasons. Now, the medical concerns, if you're a Miami Dolphins fan out there, don't worry too much. It's concussions, right? So he had to retire, but he had to medically retire. It's not because I keep getting hurt, I'm gonna retire. It's the University of Southern.
He was forced to.
UCLA. They made him retire. They have it's a rule. It's not like UCLA's like, no, fuck you, retire. They have a rule. If a player gets 3 concussions, you have to retire medically, just to protect the school. And so that's what happened. He ended up transferring. He considered quitting football because they made him retire, but opened up his options. Realized he can go play for Miami. Did a pretty good job. Now, he also played alongside guys like Gregory Rousseau, right? And so, is the success him, or is it that defensive system that they have in Miami that's always so good? Or is the other players he played with? Who knows? But I think he's no question the best edge in the class. Miami could have used an edge. And we're checking him.
I think he played with Roche.
Quincy Roche, yeah. He played with a lot of guys.
He didn't play with Rousseau.
Rousseau opted out, right? Yeah. Jesse's in the back telling me. So Rousseau opted out, so he didn't play necessarily with them, but he played with Quincy Roche. But the point is that the Miami defense is always good. And so, is it the defense or is it him? I think he's a pretty good player. You just worry about the injuries, that's all. Great player, great pick, I think, for Miami. Jesse, our little brother, actually had that pick in our mock draft, which is why.
No, in my own mock.
Man, Jesse, I thought you had it in the mock, bro.
I had Jalen going to the Vikings.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah,
So Washington's on the board now with 5:20 left. And it sounds like it's about time for me to order a pizza. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. Just get it delivered. Fuck it. Yeah. We never get pizza delivered. We live in an apartment, so it's always hard. But fuck it. Let's order some pizza to be delivered. We got drinks already, so we're good. Get some bread. Get some garlic bread.
Are
they called garlic bread?
Huh?
Get 32.
Yeah, we're good, bro.
Get the 32 pack.
That's a lot. I mean,
Dad's probably gonna eat some.
Yeah.
Our little brother's here. He's probably gonna eat some. I'm not fat, I promise. I'm fat, but I'm not that fat,
So Washington is on the board. They have 4:45 left. This timer. Oh, it looks like the pick is in because the timer reset. So interesting. Interesting thing to notice is that that every time the pick is in, the timer resets. So
now we are Dallas Cowboys fans, but we're not haters. We love football and we love watching all these teams draft for their needs. Washington football team, they can go a lot of different directions. That defensive line is pretty set. They could take a guy like JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Now, Jesse, if that happens, our little brother's here in the back, he loves JOK. If that happens, you can no longer be a JOK fan. You understand that, right? So, yeah, JOK could definitely go right here to the Washington football team. I know he's listed as a linebacker, but I think he's very much like a strong safety who can play linebacker, right? Keanu O'Neal, a lot of strong safeties play a little bit of linebacker as well. So, I think he can do that. I think he can do that for them. JOK would be a nice pick, I think, to Washington. They could go offensive line, maybe take a guard here or a tackle. Christian Darrisaw still on the board. They got a lot of options for them, but what route would they take? Washington football team. Let us know in the chat if anyone's still here watching.
1, 2,
2, I guess.
2 medium.
Yeah. Check out the chat. See if anybody's in the chat talking ish.
Let's see. Jose, make sure to get pineapple on it.
No, we're not getting pineapple on any pizza.
I do like pineapple on a pizza.
I don't hate it, but no.
But no, you gotta go.
Whenever I think pizza, like
pepperoni and sausage,
for me,
bro.
if you're gonna offer for me to order pineapple on pizza, you have to tell me ahead of time. Like when you're telling me hey, you want some pineapple pizza, then I'll like immediately think that. But if you go, hey, you want some pizza, and I'm like, yeah, and you show up with pineapple pizza.
It's a little
It's a little bit like
it's still good.
It's fine, but it's kind of fucked up that you said that and you didn't tell me that pineapple was going to be on it. You got to warn me ahead of time.
Be a better friend.
Yeah.
This is what it
You're
boils
kind of
down
a
to.
dick for saying you want pizza and then showing up with pineapples on it.
All right, the pick is in for Washington. They are picking at number 19, and I will be honest, the numbers are getting blurry to me. So
Numbers are getting blurry.
yeah. Oh!
What?
I can't type right now. All right, so the pick is in. Roger Goodell is not walking to the podium yet, so we have a little bit of time.
Again, I'm posting on Twitter a poll, media _ mixtape on Twitter. You can follow us there. I'm posting polls of every single pick. Is it a great pick, okay pick, or bad pick? Go ahead, check it out over there, like and retweet over there, and also vote on the poll. I want to get as many people in there voting as possible, so we can see how do you guys feel about the picks. You know, bad pick.
The Parmesan bites?
They are the Parmesan bites, yes.
Here we go with the 19th pick.
Washington football team selects Jamin Davis out of Kentucky, linebacker.
I don't even know who this guy is, to be honest.
Jake is not necessarily the biggest sports guy, but Jamin Davis.
What do you? Hey, don't say that. I just don't know
you
who
are,
Jamin
though. I'm
Davis
saying
is.
You
Out
are,
of
and so
Kentucky?
therefore you don't know who Jamin Davis is. Jamin Davis is a linebacker out of Kentucky who has shot up draft boards very quickly. 102 tackles. I'm copying what they're saying on TV right now. I was trying to tweet this pic.
I honestly don't know who this guy is. Anybody out of Kentucky, I'm not excited about, to be honest. If I'm Washington, I don't. I just think Kentucky's not a football school, and I think you can.
Doesn't mean you can't have good football players, bro.
I'm just saying.
And I think, look, Jamin Davis
Who's
is
the
a good
last
player.
Good Kentucky player. I just don't know.
He's a good player. He's a linebacker. I think, to me, though, what I will say is he's going to remind me a little bit of, like, guys that were drafted last year. What was his name? Patrick Queen? Is that his name for Baltimore, Jess?
Yes, Patrick.
Kenneth Murray, is that was the other guy's name? Yeah. Those couple linebackers last year. Jamin Davis kind of reminds me of them. He's a little bit thin. He's fast. He could play in coverage a little bit. But I do think he's going to be a player who doesn't immediately impact the game from day one. But if you're Washington, you have a great defensive line. So why not go ahead and take a linebacker that could play a little bit in coverage? And also, when he goes and he's attacking the runners, or he's going to attack and try to blitz, you have this great defensive line in front of him to help him out. It's only going to make it easier for him. I think it's not a bad pick. Keep working on your defense. Jamin Davis is a good player. We have 100% vote, 100% bad pick vote for Jamin Davis to Washington. I do think they could have gone a lot of different routes. JOK is still on the board, right? But obviously these teams aren't loving JOK for some reason.
I think it's a reach for sure. I had no idea who this guy was. You probably could have got him.
But other people who pay attention to the draft, Jake, we knew he was shooting up draft boards. I knew he was shooting up draft boards. Jesse knew he was shooting up draft boards. I just do think it is a bit of a reach. But again, he's not going to make the most immediate impact out of all these players in the draft. But I think he's fine for the future of your defense. Keep building that defense. You have a great defensive line. Now, if you add some great linebackers in there, add some good corners. I mean, if you just build up that defense completely full stacked of really good players and young players, it's only going to be beneficial for Washington. I'm not scared of this pick at all from Washington, but I'm definitely it's a good pick. It's fine. It's okay pick. If I had to vote on it, I would say okay pick. Could have went different routes, but it's okay. Now the New York Giants are now on the board again. Cowboy fan, but not a hater. I do think it's interesting that they traded out of the 11th pick, but they probably got a pretty decent haul for that, and it's good for the future of their team. Now sitting here at number 20. To be fair, like the Giants are at pick 11, they had an opportunity to take Justin Fields. They said no, and they decided to stick with Daniel Jones.
You had
so
Daniel
now,
Jones.
Do you go ahead and snag Rashad Bateman? Do you go ahead and snag JOK, pair him up with Xavier McKinney from last year's draft? You know, a lot of ways you can go here. Do you go ahead and take a risk on a Caleb Farley? I don't think they really need that, but it's possible. A lot they can do here with New York. I think some Giants fans that I follow on social media, they talk a lot about receiver here, offensive line as well. They were expecting that at pick number 11. Now that we're sitting here at pick number 20, they got opportunities to switch things up. Their defense was pretty good last year. Now, ESPN is showing us how bad their offense was. 31st in yards per game, 31st in points per game, tied for last in touchdowns. Not great. Not a great season for the Giants. The Giants are on the clock. Jake is texting, doing something, ordering pizza, and I'm tweeting. Follow us on Twitter at media_mixtape.
Yep. I'm trying to get this pizza order in.
Wow. Hella boards are messed up, man.
I mean, yeah, boards have been messed up since, pick 6 probably at this point. Okay, we have Jose. How much you getting paid to babysit that one? Bro, you could probably make a couple noodles with it.
It's done,
Hey,
bro. It's done.
Start drinking, bro. That's the point.
It's done, but I definitely need to get a new one. I'm waiting for the pizza to come. I don't want to get drunk out here.
Got it. Hey, man, I'm trying to keep him to it, man. I'm trying to keep him to it.
With the 20th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft via a trade with the Chicago Bears, the New York Giants select. Now that was me just reading the tweet to make sure I spelled everything right. I select Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. They need help on offense, but snag a linebacker. Let's get to it, man. Linebacker / strong safety.
Again, another situation you can go anywhere at this point. So
Najee Harris.
we'll see. I mean, yeah.
O-lineman. Got to help out Saquon back there. Do you take Christian Darrisaw? So that's a nice tackle for you to play right tackle, or you can move Andrew Thomas, the kind of borderline bust that I talked about last year. He's not necessarily a bust. He wasn't that bad, but he also wasn't that good. Do you move Andrew Thomas to right tackle and then move Christian Darrisaw left tackle, have him play there, or other way around? Interesting.
This draft has gone pretty quickly. We're 2.5 hours in, and it's gone pretty fast. So. Usually I think usually the drafts are about 4 hours long, so I think we're doing good time. We're at pick 20. We got 12 picks left after this one, so
if you guys are watching here on YouTube, let us know what your favorite pick was. Who's your favorite team? How you feel about your team's pick? Hit us up, man. Let us know. Let us know some things. Obviously, we're not great at this live shit, so we'll get better. Stick with us. Subscribe. We'll discuss a lot of sports stuff on our podcast. We have sports episodes separate, dedicated to the NBA, NFL. Then we also have movies and music on a different episode. We review movies, we review albums. We just recently reviewed Mortal Kombat.
yeah.
Go ahead, check out our podcast on that. But yeah, man, podcast every single week.
All right, officially,
We're gonna get
Roger
better.
Goodell.
We're gonna get better at this live show.
Roger Goodell stepping to the podium for the Giants pick. So we're about to find out who they take. Oh, wow. Wide receiver. Wide receiver out of Florida.
He's like, who is that, bro?
Giants fans at the draft did not look too happy with Kadarius Toney being the pick.
No, that's a good pick, dude.
I don't know if you need a wide receiver help right now.
I mean, if you're gonna take a wide receiver, you might as well stuck at 11 and taking a good wide receiver. Kadarius Toney's. I'm just saying. Wait, actually,
There, they had to trade down.
you're right. I forgot Devontae Smith went. Well, I just think I don't know. I just think look, Kadarius Toney. No disrespect to Kadarius Toney. This guy is gonna be a toy. He's gonna be a monster. Tyreek Hill-esque, screen pass kind of guy, punt returner, quick speedster, shifty receiver. I just don't think that's what you need. But I guess at the same time, if you look at it, you have Kenny Galladay on one side, you have Sterling Shepard and or Darius Slayton on the other, and in the slot, you could use Kadarius Toney. That's not a horrible pick. Not a horrible pick at all for the Giants, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my vote in for okay pick.
Yeah, I don't.
I
think
thought
this
I could have saw Kadarius Toney be a second round talent kind of guy.
Yeah.
Definitely end of the first round. 20 is a little bit rich for me, but he's a good player. He's a good player. Put some respect on Kadarius Toney's name. Look at him shifting through this Notre Dame defense right now. Is that Notre Dame? No, it's not. But he's shifty, punt returner, nice little toy for Daniel Jones in that offense.
Yeah, I would have just gone defense. I think, in my opinion, if I'm the GM for the Giants. I mean, JOK, Jesse's favorite player at this point, is yet to go. So, could fall to the second round. I mean, there's not that many picks left, and I don't think any of the picks left need a need a linebacker like that. So, I don't know. I don't love this pick. I think I'm gonna agree with Josh. I think it's okay. Could possibly be a great pick, but I would have gone defense if I'm the Giants for sure at this low at 20 in the draft.
Yeah, I just think Kadarius Toney's a guy that I'm not super happy about if I'm a Giants fan. He's a good player, guys. I'm not saying he's not a good player. It's just a little bit of a question mark. But at the same time, what else could they have gone? They could have gone Christian Darrisaw. I don't know.
You think this is where they go here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're an Indianapolis Colts, you are absolutely high-fiving each other right now because Christian Darrisaw is still on the board. What's the boy's name from Oklahoma State? Tevin Jenkins. That boy who looks like Rodrigo Blankenship's brother.
You say that every single time.
Rodrigo Blankenship team up.
Rodrigo Blankenship and Tevin Jenkins could team up right now. The Indianapolis Colts. Either way, though, I think Tevin Jenkins is like a right tackle. No, either way, you have good tackle options if you're the Indianapolis Colts. You're calling right now. Right now, Raiders fans, I'm sorry, but the Colts are calling the Raiders right now and saying thank you. Thank you for letting us snag Christian Darrisaw and or Tevin Jenkins. They'll be definitely appreciative of that.
Yeah, so the Colts are on the board right now. They have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. And the assumption is they go offensive line. But look, we're already been super surprised at this point on what's going on. So I would not be surprised if there's like a defensive player that goes off the board right now, JOK or something like that. But the assumption is an offensive lineman here for the Indianapolis Colts. Even though they do have a strong offensive line, you can always get better at this point.
Well, yeah, and they also lost Anthony Costanzo, their long-time left tackle, to retirement. So you got to protect Carson Wentz. What was his number one issue dealing with issues in Philadelphia?
Being a
he
bad
was running around.
Yeah.
Running around, the offensive line was injured, banged up in Philly, but also just they needed a better offensive line. So if you're Indianapolis, you definitely, I mean, what are you gonna do? You gotta protect the quarterback, you know. So replace Anthony Costanzo with someone you hope can be the next Anthony Costanzo for the next 10 to 15 years to come. Christian Darrisaw is my bet, but I can definitely see Tevin Jenkins pairing up with his brother Rodrigo Blankenship. And if you don't know who they are, Google Rodrigo Blankenship. Open up a new tab and Google Tevin Jenkins and with glasses on, and you definitely think they look related. Obviously,
that's literally Josh says that every time he talks about
obviously
Tevin Jenkins.
Obviously, one's way bigger than the other one, right? One's a kicker. So
yeah,
but y'all get the gist.
All right, so the pick is in for the Indianapolis Colts. We are on a commercial right now, so we'll see what happens. We're on pick 21. This has gone pretty quickly, I think, and the rest of the picks, you know, when you look at these teams, you go, these guys are pretty good already. Most of these teams probably don't need to even draft at this point.
What's crazy about these guys, like a lot of people say, oh, drafting in this range isn't great. It's fun. It must be fun to draft in the top 20 to 32 because you're a good team, right? And so you're trying to fill a need immediately. And you have some good players, right? You still have top 32 players on the board still. So, or you know, some of the top 32 players on the board. So I think if you're drafting here, you're still kind of happy and excited about what you can get, and hoping that you can get someone like an Anthony Costanzo replacement for Indianapolis, or you know, whatever. You know, Tennessee needs some offensive line or some defensive help as well. So you know, you could definitely help your team out with one of these picks.
Okay, can't really hear what Russell wasn't saying right now at this point, but Colts pick is in. So the Colts pick is in. We should be finding out pretty soon what they decide to do, but I would be extremely shocked if the offensive line is not what they go here. So
Did I say on the live about Michael Parsons being a beast?
I don't know.
I don't know if I said this to you guys, huh? I don't know if I said this to you guys. I told Jesse off the podcast. I think I told Jake off the podcast as well. I said this about Michael Parsons. I know it's random. I just saw my Instagram story where I posted Michael Parsons on my story. Follow me at Josh__G, 2 H's and 2 E's. I posted. I talked about it off the podcast and off the live. I just have a feeling, man. I look at Micah and I think he's gonna be one of those guys that you go. A lot of teams look back on and say, "Why didn't we draft him?" He's the next Khalil Mack, Von Miller. I'm not saying he's going to be them, but I'm just saying I have a feeling about him. And obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm saying this after they made the pick about him. But Jesse's there to let him know, let you guys know that I'm being honest. I was talking about this off the podcast and off the live show. I think Micah could be a beast.
On the live for sure.
I think Micah could be a beast, man.
All right, looks like Roger Goodell will be walking up shortly for the Colts pick.
How long we waiting for the pizza? I'm getting hungry.
It's in quality check right now, so we should be getting it shortly. All right, with the 21st pick, Roger Goodell is headed to the podium now. He's passing the Colts superfan. So here we go. Let's find out what the Colts decide to do.
Christian Darrisaw, Virginia Tech. What?
Defensive end out of Michigan. Wow,
Colts
that's a shock.
Boo this man. Boo. I'm not even a Colts fan. Take a tackle. Take a tackle.
I mean, I guess
Carson Wentz is at home right now. Take a tackle. What are we doing right now? Did they sign someone that I'm not aware of? Kwity Paye?
I don't know.
Look, no disrespect to Kwity Paye. At all. No disrespect at all. Kwity Paye, I think, is going to be one of the better edges of this class. He's so... Is that a Black Panther type suit that he's got? You see a little kind of...
I don't know, but...
kind of looks Black Panther-esque, right?
I guess we have a decent offensive line. Let's go get a defender.
Athlete, stud, future, one of the top edges in the NFL probably. But you need a left tackle. Just take the tackle. I'm at a loss for words. But shout out to Kwity Paye, man. Look at him destroying the defenses right now on the highlights of ESPN. Wow. His production, if you guys are Indianapolis Colts fans, Googling him right now, he's not going to blow you out the water with 18 sacks in 1 year, nothing like that. But he's a good player. He's a good player, and, definitely going to help your defense out for the future. I just think you would definitely win offensive line here.
But I guess if you're the Colts, you go, we're decent. We're decent offensive on our offensive line. Let's go get some defensive line help. It's interesting. I did not expect Kwity Paye to go here.
Considering they're a top 5 defense.
How you spell Kwity Paye?
Kwity.
2 T's or 1 T?
Paye.
Yeah, I think it's an okay pick. He's a good player. He's gonna help your defense out. He's gonna learn from guys like what's that guy's name they traded for last year from the Niners? DeForest Buckner. Damn, forgetting everybody's name right now. The beer's hitting me already. I had one beer. You're gonna learn from guys like DeForest Buckner. You're gonna help your defensive line out again. I don't think you could ever have too much edge rushing help. Freak athlete, you like that, but at the end of the day, I definitely think left tackle was the pick here, and it's not what they went with. So maybe they have some tackles on their board, or maybe they noticed that tackles aren't really going right now, right? We thought guys like Christian Darrisaw were going to be gone. We thought guys like Samuel Cosme early on in mock drafts, they thought he was going to be gone at this point. And so maybe you're looking at the board and you're saying, okay, there's a lot of tackles left for our second round ratings, right? Rankings. So you get the more higher value pick. Take a guy like Liam Eichenberg in the second round or somewhere like that down the road, right? Who knows? So that's probably what the Colts are thinking. And I can't really hate this pick. I just don't love the pick.
I don't think it's the worst pick for sure, but I think if you go from last year, we had a pretty good offensive line. We need to shore up our defense, I guess. There's no corner that you can really take. There's no linebacker right now that you could really take that I think is worth that pick. So, let's go and get Kwity Paye, and he's a good athlete, and let's see what we can do with him. So, we'll see. Tennessee's on the board now. They have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left at this point. So, this is going to be interesting. I think defense is obviously in play because they lost so many players on defense. So, we'll see what they decide to do.
And that's a hard thing, too, right? I'm talking about all these tackles being on the board. I think there's a lot of defenders, JOK, guys like that falling. But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, I think the next pick might be actually the better pick might be an offensive player.
So they're showing here right now, A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, tight end Jonnu Smith, who's now with the Patriots. Corey Davis is with the Jets. Anthony Fursker. Is that his name?
Still with the Titans.
Still with the Titans. And then Adam Humphries has left to the Washington football team. So
they're showing us guys like Elijah Moore right now, who's a potential really good slot receiver out of Ole Miss. Not a bad pick, I think, for Tennessee. I know they lost some guys on offense, but again, like Jake was saying, I think defense actually might be a nice pick for them as well. Rashad Bateman's also on the screen right now.
you have somebody there with a
potential
Eagles jersey,
draft.
so
Carson Wentz. I know, like if you're Rashad Bateman and his family, why would you have anybody rocking the
don't wear
Carson
any
Wentz jersey?
right?
Unless you thought you were going to Indianapolis.
Eagles, but
No, Indianapolis. To go play with Carson Wentz.
oh, maybe. I mean, that definitely was an option there, but because they do need wide receiver help there, Ty is probably going to retire at some point. It'll be interesting to see what they decided to do at wide receiver, but as of right now, they decide to go defensive end. So.
This is the 22nd pick of me.
So the Tennessee Titans have a minute left on the board, and it looks like they're taking their time with this one. So,
Yeah, they're really thinking about it, and that to me, when they use the clock, it just makes me feel like they're having conversations with other teams, potentially trading the pick, but most likely actually arguing with each other about who the pick should be in the war room.
yeah.
But the pick is now in for Tennessee Titans.
The Tennessee Titans, their pick is in, and so we should be seeing Roger Goodell shortly.
Again, guys, do me a favor and go head over to media_mixtape on Twitter. Go vote on my polls and go give us some likes and some retweets if you guys are here on the live. We would definitely appreciate that. I'm trying to get as many votes on there as possible. So like and retweet if you can. And at least go to your Twitter and go to your favorite team's post. If your favorite team's drafted already, please give the ball to Derrick Henry. This guy's mask, Tennessee fans' mask right now.
I'm gonna
My little brother's saying.
call it right now. I think the pick is Azeez Ojulari.
My little brother is saying Azeez Ojulari is the pick right here for
Azeez
Tennessee.
Ojulari, that's the pick.
Gonna be that pick.
I wouldn't be surprised if Elijah Moore or Azeez Ojulari. Neither really excite me, to be honest with you, if I'm a Tennessee fan. But you're also, if you're a Tennessee fan, like you're a Tennessee fan, Even though we're Cowboys fans and like Tennessee worked us a couple years ago. I don't know. I don't know who this pick's gonna be. Jesse was saying Azeez
At
Ojulari.
this point, it's like pick anybody at this point.
I like Elijah Moore.
To be honest. Let's see,
It's interesting
man.
too, though, because Jesse was talking about Azeez Ojulari, right? Edge rusher / linebacker, right? He's kind of linebacker. Do you get that Jadeveon Clowney replacement, or again, do you help
All
out the offense?
Here we go. Roger
Roger
Goodell
Goodell's taking
is
his sweet ass time.
passing the superfan, the Tennessee Titans superfan. What's going on here? Oh, he's gonna let her announce it.
No way. No, I think she's just there to celebrate with the guy.
Oh, he's just gonna stand. She's just gonna stand with him.
They should do that every year. Have a super fan there. That's cool.
Superfan. I mean, it looks pretty fun.
Just saying to be like have the opportunity to go up with your favorite team when they draft.
All right, let's see. Tennessee Titans.
Bears
All
are
right,
not
Roger,
good.
come on,
I'm
man.
opening it.
Whatever.
What's up with the pizza? How long?
It's on quality check right now.
Paid already?
Yeah.
So they're just gonna drop it off. So Jesse, you can get it, huh? Jesse, you can get the pizza or what?
So it says Clay has entered your neighborhood and will arrive shortly.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we didn't even talk about how they need a corner. Let's go,
Cornerback
Caleb. Hey,
Farley.
I'm going to say this for Caleb Farley, baby. It sucks that you got the COVID positives and they let you celebrate your family, man. Shout out Caleb Farley.
Hey, look.
Unfortunate with his back surgeries. Dude could have went top 10. Dropped to number 22, though. That's not bad. There's a risk with the back surgeries. It's called a microdiscectomy. Jesse, I think you're right on the mock draft. But what can I say, man? Shout out Caleb Farley, arguably the best corner in this draft. If he's healthy, he could literally be the best corner in this draft, and he went at 22. So I think if you're Tennessee, you're happy with that pick. Definitely a position of need after losing Adoree Jackson as well. So
Okay, Josh, you're going to have to carry. I'm going to go pick up this pizza.
could have made a little brother go, but it's all good.
Okay, man. This is for your food?
Yeah, I can eat.
Huh?
You ate already?
Yeah, we got KFC.
Virginia. Is it a great pick?
Where do the... Oh, bruh.
What?
The Vikings are up, and the tackles are still there.
I'm here alone, sadly. Look, Mel Kiper just said it right now. You arguably got a top 5 player in the draft, top 10 for sure, at number 22. You can't be too mad about that. Caleb Farley, as long as he is healthy, will be absolutely incredible for the Tennessee Titans. He'll have a lot of people regretting passing on him, including my Dallas Cowboys. They could definitely regret it if he is healthy. But that's the biggest question. He had a back microdiscectomy. Never even heard of that to me, which means look at them. They're excited. They're excited about that pick in the war room, in the Titans draft room. They're excited about Caleb Farley. Yeah, look, I think if he's healthy and you trust your medical staff, he's rocking the Tennessee Titans hat right now. Number 1. But the health is a question, as they're talking about on ESPN. Back microdiscectomy. He also had a different back surgery to try to help back spasms a couple years ago. He also had an ACL tear, which you're not too worried about because he's come back from that and played since. He also was out last year due to COVID. So there's no surprises as to why Caleb Farley fell. It's just, will teams regret it? We'll see. I'm rooting for him, man. Shout out to Caleb Farley. I just think it must be so hard for him to go from being a top 10 pick, arguably best corner in the draft, to then dropping, then having COVID, so he can't celebrate with his family on TV at least. I'm sure his family's probably there, low-key. Couldn't celebrate with his family because of COVID. So it's super unfortunate, but I'm glad he's in a place like Tennessee, which is a great organization. And, maybe they can win some games with Caleb Farley. Definitely interesting there. Caleb Farley to Tennessee. Now, I'm looking right here on Twitter. Again, media_mixtape. It's right here. You can follow us. I'm posting every single poll. And we actually got a couple okay and a couple bad picks for the Caleb Farley pick. So we'll see, man. I'll put great pick if I'm voting, which I'm going to go vote right now. But I would have put great pick because you got to go. Someone had to reach. And not reach, but someone had to take the risk. And Tennessee did it. I think it's a good pick.
This boy went live. Caleb Farley went live.
Really?
Celebrating right now.
Caleb Farley, according to my little brother, is live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Live on Instagram, going crazy right now, celebrating. Shout out Caleb Farley, man. Shout out Caleb Farley. I'm putting my voting for great pick. What do you think, Jess?
No, it's a great pick. It's a really good pick. You
Jesse said great pick.
can go anywhere right now, basically. For Tennessee, dude, they lost too much.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, lost Adoree Jackson. For sure, one of the top guys they lost. So, got to replace him. Got to get some defense going on there. 23rd pick in the draft. The Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Minnesota Vikings are up at 23.
Line is falling.
Trade with the New York.
I'm going to have to remove Rashawn out of this one.
The
You can only do so much.
Yeah, I guess it's only 23. I'm sad Caleb Farley is not available for the Cowboys in the second round. But at this point, I'm sad
Now,
in general.
if you guys are wondering, as a Cowboys fan, what am I hoping for now? The Cowboys now have 3 third-round picks this year. They have pick number 75, pick number 84, and pick number 99. So if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you could either consider really heavily trading up, maybe back into the first round. Call up Baltimore. They have 2 first-round picks later in this draft. Maybe you call up and try to trade up, see what it takes you. But I think if you're the Cowboys, you sit and wait, and you're crossing your fingers. I'm a Cowboys fan who's sitting here crossing my fingers that a guy like Trevon Moehrig keeps falling down and does not get drafted tonight. No disrespect, Trevon Moehrig. I'm rooting for you because I want you to be a Cowboy.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for Trevon Moehrig to fall off and not be drafted tonight as a Cowboys fan, but that's where I'm at. If you're a Vikings fan, Christian Darrisaw, you're sitting here at 23 now. Last year, we saw them laughing, having a great time.
This was Belichick's last year. They're showing Bill Belichick's draft from last year
yeah.
with his dog.
Cliff Kingsbury last year. I'm trying to have a crib like Cliff. That's hard, man. That's a hard house. But yeah, if you're the Vikings, man, Christian Darrisaw is on the board. Last year, we saw him having a great time, laughing it up after the Philadelphia Eagles passed on Justin Jefferson, who is easily the best rookie receiver last year. Right next to CeeDee Lamb, for sure.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, Justin Jefferson, they fell to them. Christian Darrisaw fell in their lap, maybe. And maybe that's their pick. We'll see.
All right, so Roger Goodell is at the podium now. The Vikings pick is in.
Christian Darrisaw is the pick. Yeah, that's a pick.
That is a great pick for them. I think it's a can't miss prospect right here in Christian, and it's going to help them out tremendously. So,
They're at what, 14? Trade all the way down to 23 and still got the guy they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like Jesse just said it off the mic. They were sitting there at 14, and Elijah Vera Tucker was probably on their mind, right? They're probably considering a guy like Elijah Vera Tucker, but they were most likely also considering a guy like Christian Darrisaw. So I think if you're the Minnesota Vikings, they might have another clip of them laughing a little bit at the fact that Tennessee or Indianapolis, right? Maybe they have a clip of them watching the Indianapolis draft, and maybe they started laughing about the fact that Indianapolis passed on Christian Darrisaw because, again, you need a left tackle. Minnesota needs offensive line help in general to help that run game with Dalvin Cook. Protect, Kirk Cousins and the average quarterback that he is, and get a guy like Christian Darrisaw, who they have question marks about him, his motor, consistently grinding and being a great player every single play. That's a question mark for him. But at the end of the day, take the guy who could potentially be one of the best left tackles in the NFL over the next few years.
Yeah.
Definitely has potential to be that.
definitely, and a great pick for them. Favorite Viking of all time, Uncle. Our uncle has said. I think the obvious pick is Adrian Peterson.
Our favorite Viking of all time? Actually, I was going to say Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is great, but I would say Adrian Peterson, in my opinion. I was rooting for him when he was going to set the record.
Yeah, I will say this. No disrespect to Randy Moss, but yeah, I just think Adrian Peterson was more our generation.
Yeah.
Like Adrian Peterson, when I was growing up, was still balling for Minnesota.
I was super invested that season that he was going to break the record.
Yeah, and I was watching and actually, like Jake said, rooting for Adrian Peterson. The only reason why I'm changing it, I said Randy Moss, but I'm changing it and agreeing with Jake is because we didn't really watch Randy Moss too much. I was kind of young, So, yeah, probably going to be Adrian Peterson. But they've had some great players out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Not a team I really care about too much, to be honest. My uncle's asking me, but...
That's right. 2004 NFL Draft. They are selecting Ben Roethlisberger, I believe.
Oh,
they do that for the Steelers, right?
Shoot me some, yeah. A plate of pizza and bread. Two slices, fuck it. So Christian Darrisaw was the pick. Now we're moving on to the 24th overall pick in the draft. It's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here's the thing. Now I've heard this from a lot of different analysts. They said there's absolutely no way Najee Harris is falling past 24. Not saying Najee Harris is going to go before 24, but they definitely, thank you, Jake. They definitely were saying Najee Harris was not going to go past the Steelers, that if he's there, the Steelers are taking him. Is that going to be true? Are these analysts telling the truth? Did we get these stories right? We'll see. That's yet to be said. The pick is in. They're already on the board. That was super fast. Is it Najee Harris?
Let's see.
Najee Harris is the pick.
Oh,
Najee Harris
they
is the
were
pick.
right.
They're right.
They were right.
They're right.
This man can carry your team, man. Oh, yeah. Look at him, man. Spiked up.
Damn, that boy's swaggy. Shout out to Najee Harris. In our mock draft, we had him falling to Buffalo. I thought that would have been perfect for him, but I do not hate this pick. I do not hate the fit either. I think Pittsburgh Steelers got themselves a dog in Najee Harris. Arguably, easily the best running back in this draft. No disrespect to Travis Etienne whatsoever. But Najee Harris is that Ezekiel Elliott, Saquon Barkley type of running back. Is he going to be that good? No, there's a reason why he's going number 24 and not top 5.
He's
But
Derrick Henry with athleticism. bro.
maybe Derrick Henry with the athleticism, but he's shifty. He's NFL ready. He's going to be an NFL ready running back day one. He's going to be an NFL type running back day one. He doesn't need time to adjust. He's going to be a beast and a monster for the first 3 to 4 years of his career. He's going to be a great fit in Pittsburgh as well. They have a pretty good offense. They still got Big Ben. They need help there with that offense and Big Ben and the receivers. Great pick, I think, for Pittsburgh. They got themselves a dog, man. Best running back in the class at number 24. You can't really get too mad at it.
Ooh, the route running. They showing clips with Tua? That's crazy.
They're talking about it right now on ESPN, right? If you're the Steelers, man, your offense last year did not have much of a run game whatsoever. Shout out to James Conner. I know he's dealt with some injuries. Now he's no longer in Pittsburgh with the Steelers. But overall, I think they need the help. They need the help in the running game. They need a good running back, a playmaker at running back. Najee Harris is waving down, telling his family to be quiet, please. So far in the top 25 players, we have 6 Alabama players in the top 25. That's pretty impressive. Top 24. I mean, we'll give them that one extra pick. Top 24, we got 6. That's it?
Yeah.
6 players from Alabama in the top 24. That's pretty insane, man. Shout out to Alabama and their program. Alex Leatherwood being a little bit of that reach, but the rest of those players, I mean, Alex Leatherwood's still good, but the rest of those players, I think, deservedly so, being in the top 24. No questions about it. Yeah, man. Shout out to Najee. I think that's a really good pick for.
That's a great pick. I think we made a mistake of not putting him with the Steelers. I think that was the obvious pick, and that was always going to be the pick when it came down to it. So,
yeah, maybe we made a mistake on the mock draft.
I just didn't want him to go to the Steelers.
Oh, you picked for the Steelers?
No, I don't know. Did I?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't remember. The Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock again. Now, they could break my heart and take my guy Trevon Merrick out of TCU.
Who did we go with?
I can go Jacksonville.
What you doing? Well, Elijah Vera Tucker was there.
Jacksonville has 4 minutes left on the clock now, so we're just waiting on their pick.
Yeah, we're taking a quick little pizza break, guys.
That's what it was. Elijah Vera Tucker was there, so I had to take him.
There you go. That makes sense.
Help.
Now we're sitting here at the 25th overall pick. Again, Jacksonville's back on the clock. Who do they take with their second pick in the first round? It's interesting. JOK still on the board. They want a linebacker. They have obviously a lot of holes. They can go Rashad Bateman.
You had JFK going win.
We had him going to the Jets at 23.
I feel like you picked that, but
No, that was I picked for the Steelers. That was Josh because he reminded us.
Najee Harris going back was the obvious pick, I think, for the Steelers. I think it was a mistake to go offensive lineman. And it worked out how it's supposed to be, and I think that's a great pick for them. It's only going to help them. I think you have to obviously maximize what Ben can give you in his last 2 to 3 seasons. So Najee Harris coming in at running back is great for them.
Any Pittsburgh fans in the YouTube live, hit us up on Twitter at media_mixtape. Go vote on that poll, like and retweet it, because we have a couple votes so far, and 66% say bad pick for the Steelers, and I disagree. So go ahead, go put your vote in. Disagree with them as well on that poll, media_mixtape on Twitter.
Yeah, who else would you go here?
Yeah, I think great pick. I think great pick for the Steelers.
I think you're happy that he fell to you, in my opinion.
Who's the 23rd draft
Jacksonville's
pick?
pick is in.
Jacksonville's pick is in. It's scaring me a little bit because
They could go safety here.
I really think it's Tevin Jenkins right here.
no, I just think I'm a little nervous because they could take Trevon Moehrig in the second round, of course, but they could take Trevon Moehrig right now. So who knows? Should I ASMR some pizza right now? ASMR the pizza?
At the end of the day, at least nobody in the division got a quarter.
Move the thing over to the left. Or you have to see something on the left.
What thing?
The picture so we can see chat.
Oh.
See Jake struggling tonight.
Favorite Steeler of all time? Le'Veon Bell, probably.
I like Ben.
Terry Bradshaw.
I like Ben. I've
I
never
don't like Ben.
not liked Ben Roethlisberger.
I don't like Ben, to be honest.
I like Ben, but you know what?
I'm going to go with Le'Veon.
Theo, I'm gonna go with Hines. No, I'm gonna go with Trey Polamalu. What are we talking about?
Oh, that's facts. Troy Polamalu.
Trey Polamalu. What are we talking
That's
about?
facts.
I was gonna say Hines Ward, but Trey Polamalu is the dog, man.
C.J. Henderson, Chasson, Trevor.
It's a USC connection for sure. But shout out Troy, man. He's one of my favorite players of all time. Period.
Yeah,
Just the way he carried himself, the hard hitting,
I'm gonna try.
highlights. I gotta go Troy Polamalu.
What's the pick, guys?
With the
they can go
25th
anywhere,
overall
bro.
pick.
Travis Etienne is coming off the board.
No.
He is gonna team up with Trevor Lawrence.
That would
Travis
be
Etienne.
crazy. That would be crazy, but that's not that surprising.
Travis Etienne.
What do you mean that's not that surprising? They have James Robinson.
Oh shit, I forgot about their running back. Fuck, never mind.
Hey, but add to it, bro.
Never mind. You're right. Damn. I forgot about James Robinson. But do you believe James Robinson's going to do it again, right? Maybe he falls off next year.
Maybe, man.
Also, Urban Meyer is the coach, right? So he could easily be like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about James Robinson. Trade him. New head coach. So Travis Etienne, totally on the board for Jacksonville. Also looked away of offensive linemen. Looked away some defense.
Tim Jenkins could definitely go right here.
Look at some defense also. JLK still on the board. Trevon Moehrig could go now.
Roger Goodell is walking to the podium as we speak.
We go back-to-back linebacker.
No Superfan? Where's the
There's
Superfan?
not.
What I say?
Wow.
What I say?
Wow.
What I say? Travis Etienne. What I say?
Are you serious, bro?
Running back Travis Etienne out of Clemson.
Look, this is not a surprise. You guys got to realize this. Look at everyone celebrating because they're going to pair him up with Trevor Lawrence. You got to realize this. Urban Meyer, first of all, doesn't give a fuck. Second of all, Urban Meyer is a new coach, right? So he didn't go draft James Robinson. He doesn't give a fuck about James Robinson. No disrespect James Robinson, but he's like, no, I'm pairing my guy up with his favorite weapon, and that's Travis Etienne. Great pick, man. Great pick. I like it.
I think at where they're at right now, it's a great pick. I think he's the best player available at this point.
Yeah, it's like you can't really hate on him because it's best player available. You're pairing up your quarterback with his running back, and you could always trade James Robinson, or you could have two running backs. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Etienne could be a pass catcher too.
He is a pass catcher, I think,
No, but like,
more often than a running back. I think James Robinson could be your workhorse, and then you could have ETN be your screen pass catcher kind of guy.
So the Cleveland Browns, we talked about this on our podcast. I think that they're pretty good. I don't think they really need to draft anybody in my opinion. So they could take any position at this point, and I would not be mad at it, obviously, except maybe for quarterback. But I don't know who. There's not really a quarterback worth taking this pick and creating that situation for Baker Mayfield. So,
Well, of course, not taking a quarterback.
yeah. So
I see an edge rusher going.
edge would make a lot of sense, obviously, for the Browns. But they do have Jadeveon Clowney. The hope is that they work out, that he works out for them. But you never know.
You forgot about him?
I forgot about Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, they have Jadeveon. I mean, we talked about this in our mock draft. They have Jadeveon Clowney and they have Myles Garrett, but I think you might be nervous about Jadeveon Clowney. Does he not work out? Also, you can never have too much edge rushing help, right? Yeah. So if you have a guy to learn behind a guy like Myles Garrett, a guy like Jadeveon Clowney, I think an interesting pick right here for Cleveland would be Gregory Rousseau. You go ahead, you pair him up with Myles Garrett for the future, but for right now, you have a guy like Gregory Rousseau who can rotate in and just show flashes of excellence that he showed at Miami. I think that'd be incredible. He was talking about as a top 5 pick when this draft, with the draft talk first started a few months ago. Could it be Gregory Rousseau here? Add depth to the defensive line, but also you add a future edge alongside Myles Garrett instead of just having Jadeveon Clowney for one season. Very interesting. I think they could also go linebacker. They do have Grant Delpit from last year's draft again as a free safety, right? So I don't really think they need to go a free safety here. Their pick is already in. They had about 4 minutes left. The pick is already in, so we'll see where they go. They got a lot of options. I don't think we're hearing too much about a trade Odell talk recently, so I think they're pretty much set. Could they try to get someone on the offensive line? I mean, a lot of routes you could take right here if you're Cleveland. I'm interested in the Gregory Rousseau pairing, though. I'm really interested in that.
So the pick is in. We're waiting for Roger Goodell. At this point, I don't know. I'm completely confused at this point. Today has been a crazy day, to say the least. But Superfan Browns with the
Pumpkin hat.
pumpkin head.
I like how he's in full pads, by the way.
Who's on the? JOK is still on the board. Jesse wants him to go in the first round, so
Or he can follow the Cowboys back-to-back linebackers.
I think JOK actually is probably going to go here.
Back-to-back linebackers picks.
it's definitely a possibility. I think if they have a weakness, it's linebacker, but
He's going here. JOK is going here.
I think you gotta watch Christian Barmore.
Christian Barmore, Alabama. Oh, Alabama?
Alabama, yeah.
That'd be how many in the top 26?
He's falling. I won't be too surprised if Christian Barmore falls to the second round. But he's there. One of these teams can snag him for sure. Best defensive tackle. And there's been 0 D tackles drafted so far. 0. A little bit surprising, but also these players in the defensive tackle class are just kind of weak. So not weak. They're gonna be good players, but they're not obviously not good enough to be top 25 picks.
All right, Roger Goodell is stepping to the podium as we speak.
Barmore.
You think so?
I just said like 5 different players' names, so. Okay. Stop doing that, man. Don't ring the bell and then make an announcement about something else.
Right.
Don't look at Twitter. Don't look at Twitter. They're talking about a student right now. Done a great job.
She a student or a teacher?
Struggling with a student. Struggling with online classes. But also teaching other people, I think, how to use computers and stuff. Hey! That was
cornerback.
Gregory Rousseau. Greg Newsome.
Cornerback out of Northwestern. An interesting pick for them.
He went in order. We thought he was the fourth best corner behind Farley, Surtan, and Horn. You pair Newsome up with Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams. Again, we talked about they didn't really have too many holes in Cleveland, so why not build and add to your cornerback strength, cornerback room? I think that's a great pick. Greg Newsome is screaming right now, happy to be in Cleveland. And I think rightfully so, man. They're a stacked team. He's only adding to that.
Where is
Denzel Ward
Northwestern?
on one side, Greg Newsome on the other. Northwestern of America.
Somewhere in the Northwest.
I actually think it's on the East Coast.
No way.
Oh.
Yeah, Northwestern and the East Coast. Yeah, that's a great pick, dude.
So Northwestern University.
Great pick. That's my
is-
vote. Great pick. You want to go vote Media Mixtape Podcast on Twitter at media_mixtape. Go retweet and like that post and also go vote on it. Let us know how you feel about the pick. But I like it. I love it, man. He's long. He's lengthy. He got the physical traits to be a great corner. Play for Northwestern. A pretty decent school. I think they're the first. It's the
Chicago.
first time they have two
Out of
picks.
Chicago.
This is the first time they have two picks in the first round. I think that's what Mal Kiper might have said. They have Rashawn Slater as well earlier on. But Greg Newsome, man, good player. He's gonna be a good corner. It's gonna take him some time, I think. But you have Denzel Ward on one side again. You're probably gonna have Greg Newsome play on the outside, opposite side of Denzel Ward, and you got Greedy Williams maybe to play in the slot on defense. I really like that defensive cornerback room. And we talked about it. They don't really have too many holes, so
Yeah.
you got to go with a little bit of depth, a little bit of CB2 kind of action.
So
And
we're
that's
at,
what they're going with Greg Newsome.
we're at a weird spot now where there's not a lot of first-round talent left, in my opinion. Right, Baltimore is at 27. There's not really a wide receiver that they could take at this point.
I mean, they could take Rashad Bateman.
I mean, he's probably
Rashad
the best
Bateman.
available, but is he a first-round talent?
I mean, they have two first round picks, so I think if you're Baltimore, you don't need to address the receiver right now. They have 27, they have 20, 30? Right?
I would assume,
27
yeah.
and 30. 31. So I don't think they have to go receiver here. They could wait a couple more picks, take either Elijah Moore or Rashad Bateman or Rondell Moore, whichever one's on the board. Here at 27, though, it's very interesting, right? I think interior offensive lineman, the clock resets, so I think their pick is in. I think interior offensive lineman is going to be interesting here. They've been needing help a little bit after losing some guys. Marshall Yonda, I think, retired a couple years ago. So interior offensive lineman, I would look towards that. Maybe a guy like Creed Humphrey can sneak up into the first round. Wyatt Davis was talked about as a top guard out of Ohio State, right? Wyatt Davis, maybe. There's some guys there. Trey Hill. Interior offensive lineman. Maybe you wait till the 31st pick for that, though. A lot of options here. They could also go defense. They need a Matt Judon replacement, right? Matt Judon's gone out. He went to the Patriots. Could use a linebacker, JOK. Could use an edge, Gregory Rousseau.
So we had Joe Tyron mocked here. Tryon, I'm sorry.
Joe Tryon. I talked about it on our mock draft. He could be a Matt Judon replacement, but
Same colors.
But who knows? Jesse's in the background saying they have the same colors, so it'd be a great pick. But who knows? Who knows where they go? They got options, and it's interesting because who do they value more? Receiver, edge, whatever. Who do they think is going to be available for them at 31? I also do think they could trade away down from 31. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I'm looking towards Gregory Rousseau, Joe Tryon, Azeez Ojulari. Joseph Osai. There's some guys on the board. I think those are some names to look out for if you're a Baltimore fan. But let us know, man. Let us know how you guys feel about the draft. Let us know how you feel about your favorite team. Hit us up in the chat if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching later, after this is posted, after we went live, hit us up in the comments. Let us know how you feel about the draft so far in the first round. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Beers hitting. Feeling relaxed.
Yeah, this is not the day that I expected for the Dallas Cowboys, but it usually never is. So
Hey, I'm going to keep repeating it, though. I know Jake is voicing his frustrations here, but I'm gonna keep repeating it. I told him before the draft. Didn't expect it to happen, but I was okay with Michael Parsons at 10. The Cowboys instead traded down 2 picks to pick number 12, got the 84th pick in the process, and now are sitting there with Micah Parsons. I think it's a good pick. He wants to be a Cowboy. He's hungry. He's a linebacker. They have no linebackers outside of Jalen Smith and LVE, and literally none. No disrespect to Luke Gifford. No disrespect to Francis Bernard, right? But those guys aren't necessarily ready to be full-time players for the Cowboys. So now they have 3 pretty good linebackers. They need help on the interior of the defensive line. They need help with free safety. Need some help for sure on the rest of the defense as well. They still need a cornerback 1, but they're on the phone with Richard Sherman as we speak. I think discussing some kind of contract conversations with a guy like Richard Sherman. Just try to figure out what we could do at CB1. But we could also figure that out in round 2.
Yeah. So right now, Malcabra has Elijah Moore as the next best available, Christian Barmore, JOK, Trevon Moehrig, and Tevin Jenkins. Those are his top 5 next best available. So
some good players on the board, man.
Yeah,
some good players on the board. I think if you're a guy like Christian Barmore and his agent, maybe talking about potentially waiting till tomorrow to hear your name be called. Well, who knows, man? There's still 4 or 5 teams left, so let's see what goes down.
Bateman's here, his house here. So
that boy's dripping with the all gray. That's just fire. You like it?
It's all right. I mean, it's fine. It wasn't anything crazy.
It was basic.
We have Roger Goodell moving to the podium now for the Ravens pick at number 27. So we'll see what this has to do.
Rashad Bateman's a pick. Receiver. We talked about it. I was saying look at the defensive side of the ball because I think you probably could have got Rashad a couple picks down. But if you're Baltimore, you say New Orleans is next, bro. And they need a receiver probably. Let's go ahead and snag Rashad Bateman now just to be safe. And great pick, man. Great pick. Rashad Bateman, one of the better second tier, I would say, receivers this year in the class. But that's no disrespect to him. It's just because he's behind those top 3 receivers we talked about early in the draft. But Rashad Bateman, man, one of the bigger receivers left. I know he's 6 foot and a couple inches, but a couple. He's 6 foot, a couple centimeters, I should say. Not the biggest receiver, but he's definitely one of the bigger ones left. Plays bigger than he really is. I like Rashad Bateman a lot out of Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't think this solves the situation that you have at wide receiver, but it definitely helps. I think him, Hollywood Brown are a good tandem, but am I excited if I'm a Ravens fan? I don't think so. Again, the problem with them is, do we have enough, or is it we don't have any wide receivers, that's why we don't throw it, or is it that Lamar can't throw it? That's the situation there. But Rashad is a good selection, and I think at this spot in the draft, that's the best probably that you can get. And so I'm not mad at it, but again, I don't think that solves the wide receiver situation in Baltimore.
Yeah, I actually kind of agree with Jake. It's a hard question to ask if you're a Baltimore fan, but is that what they're asking, right? In that war room, in that draft room, is it? I mean, in the front office, are they talking about, hey man, we got to pay Lamar Jackson pretty soon? Is our passing game a struggle because of Lamar, or is it because he needs help in the receiving category? It's really a question that's been haunting the Baltimore, been haunting Lamar since he was drafted. Right? We just saw a video recently of some guy trying to figure out Lamar's name. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
And not know who he was, and he was like, "Let me guess, you're a receiver." And everyone kind of made a joke about that, But Lamar obviously he's a quarterback, and that's it. I'm treating him like a quarterback. I think he's good enough at passing the football. The question is, can they get the offense running where they have a really good balance of passing and running? Because the pass and run attack, it's not as balanced as you want it to be. You need to have a really, really good passing threat, and right now they just don't. Right, and so maybe Rashad Bateman will help. I think if you're Lamar, you're at least happy that this is the pick because it's an opportunity to improve that passing game. Is it the answer? Who knows? But but that's what they're hoping for.
Yeah,
The
so-
pick is in for the Saints. They were probably like, fuck. Could have took Rashad Bateman. Can we take Rondell Moore? Can we take Elijah Moore? That's the question. Who knows?
Trask.
There was rumors that the Saints wanted to trade up into the top 10. So my question is, who were they trying to get in the top 10?
I would assume a quarterback. Right?
No, they said no quarterback. They said it wasn't a quarterback, and they were trying to trade up. And it's interesting, you know. Who were they trying to get? I have no idea. Saints fans, let me know, because it's puzzling to me who they were trying to get in the top 10. But they were trying to trade up, so they have a position in mind to address here. I just don't know what the position is.
Maybe, I guess corner.
Don't even talk to me about cornerbacks right now, guys.
I'm
Don't
just
even
saying.
mention the word, the name, the
I would
word
assume
corner.
I would assume defense, probably, right? If you're saying not quarterback, I would assume defense.
Maybe they were trying to go snag Devontae Smith. Maybe they were trying to go snag
But
Jalen Waddle.
for fucking
Teddy Bridgewater.
Jameis
Let me take
Winston.
a look. I forgot they had Jameis Winston.
Let's go trade up and pay the fucking.
I mean,
pay
you wanna help
crazy for
Jameis Winston?
I mean, I don't know.
They
Obviously
obviously
wide
weren't gonna.
receiver,
They
yeah.
obviously weren't gonna go quarterback, right? They said they weren't gonna go quarterback, so they want Jameis Winston. Is that Micah posting on his Instagram, Jess, or
It's Trevon.
Trevon Diggs?
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs, Michael Parsons.
Sorry, it's gonna take me a little bit, and hey,
No, look,
Micah,
look.
you're a
Micah.
cowboy. I love it.
Micah, if you happen to stumble on this video for some reason, I love you. I want you to be a beast. I want you to be the next Khalil Mack and Von Miller, but I'm just a little sad that Patrick Surtain, the bigger need for the Cowboys, wasn't available anymore. But again, I've said this, I've tweeted it, I've talked about it, I've replied to Cowboys Twitter guys. If you guys are out there watching this, I've been telling you, open your mind to Micah. I'm not against Micah because Micah is a good player. And it's a position that the Cowboys do need help in. It's just not the position that's going to be immediate help necessarily. It's going to be immediate. I think Micah Parsons' effect on the field is going to be immediate. But what do? Do you take off one of the other linebackers? Do you rotate them in? Do you have a 3-linebacker set? Again, let's not forget that Dan Quinn has had multiple linebackers before, and KJ Wright and Fred. What's his name? Not Fred Warner. What's the other linebacker's name, Jess, for Seattle? Warner.
Warner, yeah.
Fuck's his
Ed
first name?
Ed Warner.
Ed Warner? No, it's not Ed Warner.
KJ Wright. Well, KJ Wright's a free agent, but
Wagner, no? Wagner.
KJ Wright and who else? Who's the fucking other? Warner.
Wagner.
Bobby
Bobby
Wagner.
Yeah.
I was saying Warner. That's why I was like, Warner
Fucking
doesn't sound right.
One of the greatest fucking
Linebackers. But my point is they've had multiple linebacker set situations, you know? So that's only 2, though. Is that 3? You know? You're going to use 3 linebackers out of
Drew
nowhere?
Brees, they're talking about Drew Brees right now. He retired back in March, so
80,000 passing yards, 571.
obviously quarterback is
touchdowns.
probably not where they go here right now. So
If I had a bet, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know who they take. I really don't know who they take right here in New Orleans. New Orleans fans, let me know who you're taking.
I'm gonna give Jesse his wish and have JOK go in the first round.
I don't think Jack is a picker. I think it's it might be Asante Samuel.
Asante Samuel Jr., Jesse is saying off the camera.
Okay, Roger Goodell is stepping to the podium now.
Gregory Rousseau. I don't know.
Who?
Wow. Peyton Turner out of Houston, edge rusher.
Defensive end,
Wow.
Peyton Turner.
Wow.
I don't even know who this guy is. To be honest, I haven't seen any highlights of this guy.
Jay continues to show that he hasn't watched anything about the draft before the draft happens. No, look, Peyton Turner is rumored to be a really good player. A lot of people like him in the second round. Clearly, Saints wanted him in the first. I think what it is it's very tough to judge his edge class. His defensive line class is kind of poor in general. So I think if you're the Saints, you just go with the best one that you think is on the board. I jokingly said Gregory Rousseau. I think that probably still would have been a better pick there. High risk, high reward kind of player. But Peyton Turner is not a bad player at all. I just think Houston is interesting. They don't really play the best schools out there in terms of the Alabamas and Oklahomas on a consistent basis. But it's to each their own, man. I'm not the biggest expert on Peyton Turner's game, but I don't know if this is necessarily a great
So
pick. If
you're
I'm putting
gonna
my vote in, I'm saying okay, close to bad pick, to be honest.
You're gonna sit here and criticizing me about not knowing Peyton Turner and go, but I don't really know who he is either.
No, I said I'm not an expert on Peyton Turner's game.
I
But
honestly don't even
I
know who this guy is, to be honest.
I know who he is. I know he's been going up draft boards, but I just think a lot of people like him in the second round from what I've heard. So I think it might be a little bit of a reach. But again, with the edge, if you want to edge, you got to kind of take a risk because you don't really know who the good edges are because, this edge class and the defensive line class in general is just not great. So
So
they
the
went ahead and snagged Peyton Turner.
Packers pick is in, according to the graphic here on ESPN. They're talking to Adam Schefter as we speak. I don't know how he tweets and he's like on the show at the same time. I just don't understand it. But the Packers is interesting. Obviously, the bombshell story of Aaron Rodgers not being very happy with the Packers organization at this point is very interesting. But it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here. So,
yeah, very, very interesting. Do they take a quarterback? Just kidding. No, obviously not taking a quarterback. I think a lot of people are judging Green Bay and saying, oh, my God, how are you fumbling this? How are you messing this up with Aaron Rodgers? And to be fair, guys, like we've had a lot of rumors about Aaron Rodgers. Bring me some pizza, Yajic, and some bread. We've had a lot of rumors about Aaron Rodgers. We had a lot of rumors about the Green Bay Packers. A lot of people said, oh, Mike McCarthy was the problem in Green Bay. I'm not saying Mike McCarthy's proven that he wasn't, but has Aaron Rodgers proven that Mike McCarthy was the problem, right? They came back, they won, but at the same time they had some issues right when they hired their coach. Then when finally Aaron Rodgers bought into what was going on, they got better, right? They succeeded. They had some team success, regular season success, a little bit of playoff success. So is Aaron Rodgers the problem in Green Bay? Is he the one that's holding them back, right? Not saying he's a bad player. He just was the MVP, but is his attitude, is his confidence, overconfidence, his swagger about him, is it too much for the organization to really succeed as a unit? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Aaron Rodgers, I get it. He's a part-time owner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right? I know that. I know this. But my point that I'm saying is it's just interesting that Green Bay consistently has issues, and now all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers wants out. Interesting stat here. They had 3 great quarterbacks in their history, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and I'm forgetting the name of their other legendary quarterback. They all each have played 16 seasons for the Packers. Huh? Bart Starr? Yeah. Bart Starr, Jake was saying. No disrespect to Bart Starr. I'm sorry. I'm just young. Okay. But Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers all played 16 seasons for the Packers. And obviously no quarterback has played 17. So is this the end for Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay? It's an interesting stat. I think it's possible, but who knows? It's up to Rodgers. If he wants to force his way out of Green Bay, he can.
And we'll see what happens with this pick.
We'll see if he does. It's obviously not going to be a quarterback because they have Jordan Love, worst case scenario. But what's the pick going to be? Are they finally going to get a receiver? No.
Probably not.
Eric Stokes, cornerback, opposite side of Jair Alexander. Not a bad pick at all for the Green Bay Packers. Now, a lot of people had Eric Stokes falling to the second round. I think he's a good player. Physical, 6'1". He's got the length. I'm copying what they're saying on TV, to be honest with you. I like
Georgia
Tyson.
corner.
I like Tyson Campbell out of Georgia as well. But Eric Stokes, man, you can't go wrong with him. He's a good player.
They showed a highlight that kind of wasn't even his fault. You know what I mean?
But you need a damn.
Oh,
he's fast.
Jesus.
Just cracked the hell out of the Tennessee
So we got the
quarterback.
Buffalo Bills coming up next. 5 minutes left on the clock. I think there's a decent pick for the Packers,
fast.
but
He's fast.
I'm not. If I'm a Packers fan, I'm not excited, especially after the last 48 hours. So
Eric Stokes is fine. Is a fine pick, but yeah, like Jake said, I think if you're talking about Packers fans who are sad about Aaron Rodgers, who want this team to finally get a weapon, to finally draft a weapon, to just make Aaron Rodgers happy, this isn't necessarily the pick for that. But to be fair, their last year's draft was awful. This isn't necessarily as awful as a pick as it was. Their picks were last year with the Jordan Love and then the running back in round 2 situation.
Yeah, I said this in the podcast. I don't think their wide receiver situation is that bad. You know,
I like Allen Lazard and I like Valdez Scantling, to be honest with you. I don't think they're horrible players by any stretch of the imagination. You already have one good receiver. Robert Tonyan's not a bad player, so I think you have pretty good players. I agree with you, Jake. I don't think they necessarily need a receiver like that. I just think they want a more dynamic weapon. I understand that, but you also got to build a defense up still, and that's what they're doing here. So Eric Stokes, opposite side of Jair Alexander, you got a speedster guy to work on those faster receivers. I like it. I like the pick. It's not amazing, but it's not horrible either.
No, I agree. I think any wide receiver at this point would have been a reach. Any tight end, any. It definitely would have been a reach in the first round. I think you can go into the second round and get some talent. So right here, I think it's a solid pick. Not bad, but not the greatest pick, I think, if you're a Packers fan for sure. The Buffalo Bills are on the clock right now. They have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. So we'll see what they decide to do. We did mock Travis Etienne, I believe, to the Buffalo Bills.
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris. So
we mocked Najee Harris here. Obviously, that came before the report that Najee Harris wasn't getting past Pittsburgh. But I think Buffalo could still look into that running back option. I know a lot of people don't really recognize the name, but Javonte Williams, is that his first name, Jess? Javonte Williams out of Memphis. He was in a Memphis in a 2 running back set. He was very, very productive with 2 running backs. So I think he's fast, he's quick. A lot of people say he could actually be the best running back in this class. So I think if you're Buffalo, it's kind of one of your biggest holes. You have a running back by committee situation going on in Buffalo. I definitely think you could take a number one guy, but who knows? Who knows what they take? They could definitely go defense as well. They just showed Tre'Davious White being a late first-round pick for them, who actually absolutely exploded on the scene for them. It's so funny seeing Buffalo fans because when I was younger, Buffalo was just awful, and now they're pretty good. So it's funny seeing Buffalo fans now.
Legitimate addition to your team at this point that could add to maybe a Super Bowl. I mean, we don't know. So I have no idea what they decide to go here, and for the next 3 picks, I would say I have no idea where these teams are going to go. Buffalo at 30, Baltimore at 31, and Tampa Bay at 32. Tampa Bay is one of those teams where they're kind of good in every position, so I don't think they necessarily need to draft this year. But obviously, moving to the future, I don't know if there's a quarterback that they like, but there's definitely nobody. If Justin Fields had fallen to this point, maybe you take Justin Fields, but I don't know what Tampa Bay decides to do. But Buffalo, again, 1:30 left on the clock. Their pick should be in shortly, so we'll see what they decide to do with that.
Any Packers fans out there, Eric Stokes is not getting a lot of love on the tweet. So if you like Eric Stokes and you're happy about that pick, media_mixtape on Twitter. Go vote on our recent poll for the Eric Stokes pick. Let them know what's up. Let them know it's a great pick if you feel it's a great pick. Let them know if it's an okay pick or a bad pick. Go ahead and vote on our poll, media_mixtape on Twitter. Yes, we are now here with the Buffalo Bills, as Jake was saying. Buffalo Bills, 30th pick in the draft. Not too many holes. Could use a number 1 running back, but Travis Etienne and Najee Harris are both off the board already. Do you want to go with a third best running back or someone you think is the first? Like I said, in Javonte Williams. Is that his name? I keep forgetting his name. Javonte Williams out of Memphis. Do you go with that route? I would think so, just because that's one of their bigger needs.
Is he asleep?
But we'll see. We'll see what happens, man.
Oh, he's on his phone.
On his phone, yeah. There's Jason Away, linebacker out of Penn State right now.
Hey, nobody cares about that.
Little brother saying that Jason Away ran a faster 40 time than Micah Parsons did.
What do we got here? Who do we got here?
They're also in the room right now showing
Azeez Ojulari.
Azeez Ojulari out of Georgia, linebacker / edge rusher. Clearly, they think that's a need for them.
He's out of North Carolina.
All right, Roger Goodell, walking to the
North Carolina. Javonte Williams? My bad. I said Memphis for a couple times. I just the Tony Pollardness, quickness in me. And Javonte Williams.
Roger Goodell walking to the podium as we speak. So we'll see what they decide to do here.
Javonte Williams. Greg Rousseau. Okay. Gregory
Defensive end
Rousseau
out of
was talked
Miami.
about.
That's a good pick.
Gregory Rousseau was talked about as a top 5 pick in the draft very, very early on in draft talk. Absolute amazing production at Miami. Problem is, it's not necessarily him, right? The coverage was great. They had a good defense out there in Miami. He also opted out last year. Doesn't have a lot of technique to what he does, but he's an athlete. He's a beast, and he's fast.
It's just the fact that he's an edge rusher with production on the inside.
6'6", 266 pounds.
Yeah,
God
he's
damn,
an
that's
edge
a good
rusher,
man.
like Jesse was saying off the mic. He has a lot of inside sacks, a lot of inside production from inside the defensive line, which just means that he's not really doing his work on the outside. Cool, you could kick into the inside and do some things, but you're also going to deal with NFL level guards. You're not going to be able to do that easily against Quinnen Williams. You know what I mean? As much as you can do it against guards in college. Right. So that's going to be an issue for him. Can he just work on his technique and work on certain things to make sure that he's actually going to be a consistent next great edge on the next level? But I think Buffalo is a great place for him. It's a player where you need him to go to a successful team that has the right coaching around him. Give him time to develop a little bit as well, and I think it's a perfect place for him to go.
Yeah, Buffalo's a great place for them. They a team that doesn't really need to draft anywhere. I think they're solid at running back. They're solid at wide receiver. They obviously have their quarterback in Josh Allen. So at this point, any position, I think that you felt like whatever the best player available was, go ahead and take him. And Greg Rousseau fits that mold, in my opinion. So I think he has obviously.
How fast do they print those jerseys out?
They're ready. I mean, I'm gonna assume they're ready.
Does they have Gregory Rousseau in every single jersey?
Yeah.
I would assume.
Did they offer it to him? Like, hey, you guys want this jersey?
I don't know. That's actually. I mean, I would assume the players that are left. I mean, it can't take that long, right? I don't know. Now I should think about it, but that's a great spot for him. And like I said, I don't think any position that they picked at this point, obviously besides quarterback, probably would have been fine for them. So not too bad of a pick for them. And shout out to Greg Rousseau for getting on NFL team. So Baltimore is next at the 31st pick. They have 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. And they, again, another team that could go anywhere at this point. So
I think they're still searching for a right tackle. Alex Leatherwood, I think, would have been nice for them if he was still on the board right here. But you have a lot of tackles on the board still, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of good talented tackles here in this class. Samuel Cosme out of Texas. Liam Eichenberg out of Notre Dame could be right tackle for you. A lot of people were going crazy after they traded Orlando Brown to the Kansas City Chiefs. Orlando Brown? Was it?
yeah, Orlando Brown.
To the Kansas City Chiefs. People went wild, but at the same time, if you're the Ravens, you're happy about that because you're able to keep Ronnie Stanley as your left tackle. You already paid him to be your left tackle. You wanted Orlando Brown to be the right tackle. I get it, but you were able to get a first-round pick for Orlando Brown. You can't really be too mad about that. Why not just immediately replace him with a tackle prospect in this year's draft? I mean, it's definitely not going to be a bad pick for you. So some tackles left on the board. I think I'm trying to think of some of the names, man. Can't even think of them. Liam Eichenberg, I said. Samuel Cosme, Tevin Jenkins. Is it Tevin Jenkins?
Yeah, Tevin Jenkins.
Still on the board. A lot of good tackles who could play right tackle. I think that's probably the pick, though. Rodrigo Blankenship 2.0. Little Rodrigo Blankenship's little brother. Tevin Jenkins might be the pick out of Oklahoma next.
I'm gonna make you retire that fucking Blankenship
Google it.
comparison.
Google it.
After this
And then we'll
draft.
talk.
I'm gonna be real.
To the Cowboys, Micah Parsons was higher on our boards than both corners.
Disagree.
I don't agree either because we definitely
Disagree.
need corner help, but
They also look pissed when it happened. For those watching on live, Jesse off the camera said supposedly Cowboys had Michael Parsons ranked above the top 2 corners in the draft. I disagree just because they looked mad when it happened. They weren't even in the room when Sertan was drafted.
you need
Immediately traded down.
You
so.
need corner help for sure. Now, is this a deep corner draft? I don't know.
Second round. Tyson Campbell. I just want a safety in the second round, though. That's my problem.
If Trevon's there, you better fucking take him. That's my problem with this, and I think
at 33, though, Trevon Moore might go.
33.
If you're Urban Meyer, you just want the best, biggest names. And Trevon Moore is definitely one of them.
What's our pick in the second round?
10. 44.
We could get him, man. We could get him.
Straight up.
Good fall.
Give that extra third that we got.
They're not going to draft a safety, bro.
I think we keep our picks.
The Cowboys are going to take a corner in the second round because they need a corner, but they're not going to take a safety because they already have DeMonte Casey. They're not going to go, oh, we need Trevon Moore because they have Casey.
We could go edge. Aziz and Osai falling, man.
I don't know,
Walmart.
man. I don't know. This second,
I don't know.
this second round is going to be really important for us. I think. Sertan should have been.
I thought it was a foregone conclusion the Cowboys are taking Patrick Tan.
Or J.C. Horn. I thought J.C. Horn would have fell.
Yeah, I thought Jason Horner would have been there.
This is the worst case scenario, bro.
I
This
thought it
is
was
the
automatic.
Worst thing that could have happened. This is the worst thing that could have happened to us. I think.
Stop disrespecting Michael Parsons like that, bro.
I'm not. Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect Michael Parsons,
The
but
worst thing that could happen to us is that we have nobody. We have nobody's there. All the quarterbacks are still there.
Carolina fucked this up with not
I think
taking.
worst case
You know
scenario,
what? Hey, is
the
Rashawn?
world exposed.
Where did Rashawn go?
Chargers.
That's right. They should have just took it,
We could have took Rashawn.
bro.
I wouldn't have been too mad about that, but I told you, Michael, dude. I told you, Michael's going to be a beast.
Carolina should have took Rashawn, and fucking Denver should have took JC, bro.
Michael's going to be a beast. I just don't know what they're going to do about all three of them being in the field at the same time.
I think
Jalen Smith, LVE, Michael Parsons.
I think Sertan needs to go to Denver and go, hey, I don't want to play for you. I want to
Just
play for the
refuse to play?
Cowboys. Huh?
He just refuses to play with them.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to play for you, so trade me to the Cowboys.
Let us know how you guys are feeling about the draft.
The pick is in for the Ravens, the 31st pick. We are 2 picks away from the end of this draft, so
Jake can't wait for his to end so he can cry off camera.
that's 100% the truth right now.
I can't wait to end this to go watch our live back. I saved the video of us going live on Instagram. My Instagram's right here, Josh__G. I might post that video of me reacting to the pick of Michael, to the pick of Patrick Tan to the.
I feel
Broncos.
bad too because I didn't give Micah like a good welcome.
We're gonna be
But-
careful, bro. When you're on live and shit, bro. We're gonna post that reaction. We're gonna post a video, a clip that says Cowboys fans react, and that's gonna be you, man.
I'm sorry, Micah. I'm glad that you're a Cowboy, but
We just wanted Pat.
I'm sad.
We just wanted JC. I think Micah's gonna be better than both of them. I think Micah Parsons will be better than both Pastor Tan and JC Horn. Hey, but JC Horn's gonna be a fucking monster for Carolina. I told you guys that.
Pastor Tan just felt like a Cowboy,
What
but
is Michael Irvin doing on the
Roger
stage?
Goodell is at the podium for the Baltimore's pick, so let's get into it. Let's get straight to it.
Jason Owe.
Jason Owe.
So they decided to not go tackle. They now picked a linebacker to replace Matt Judon. Jason Owe out of Penn State. I think it's a very, very nice place for Jason Owe to land. I think he just looks like a Baltimore Raven to me. I don't know what it is. He's dancing, having a good time right now. Tampa Bay's pick is already in.
Damn, everybody said we already got it, bro. This is definitely a situation where you go, yeah, we're good, bro.
This guy has 0 sacks.
Hey, don't worry about him. Jesse's saying Jason Owe had 0 sacks. But we'll find out right now with the highlights.
No, 0 sacks in 2020.
Boom!
That's the least by a defensive end in 25 years.
Well, maybe that's why he fell to the 31.
For a first round pick.
I mean, he's getting the pressure, bro. I mean, from the highlights that we're seeing right now, he's getting pressure. So, all right, not a bad pick. Again, situation where I don't think anybody was going to be a game changer for them at this point. So,
I thought they could have gone tackle. I think it might be a little bit of a bad pick just because you could have got a tackle. But I like Jason Away. I think he's fine. He's a good player. The Dallas Cowboys, by the way, now have the most selections in this draft. The most picks in the draft.
all right, so with the Tampa Bay and the final pick of the first round, their pick is in. It was almost immediate at this point, so they must have known, and they look pretty excited. Oh, no, that's the Ravens. They must have known this entire time who they were going to take. Again, a team that is probably pretty solid, has all their starters. I don't know. Maybe a wide receiver you take at this point. Offensive lineman. Let's
they
protect
actually
Tom Brady.
re-signed Antonio Brown. So
Yeah, so I'm saying offensive lineman most
they
likely.
re-signed Antonio Brown. They made it official.
If I had to put my money on it, I'll put offensive lineman.
I'm pretty sure,
But,
unless I'm
let's
wrong.
see.
Let me know if I'm wrong, guys. I'm pretty sure Antonio Brown's re-signed with them. They still have Chris Godwin. They also have Mike Evans at receiver. Is this a Pat Freiermuth pick? They already have good enough tight ends. I don't think Pat Freiermuth sneaks into the first round like that.
There we go.
But
Let's
that was
find
going to
out.
announce the last pick in the draft. Thank you guys for joining us if you watched us this year, man. Joe Tryon is the pick. Snuck into the first round. Congratulations, Joe Tryon, linebacker / edge out of Washington. Good player. Rose up draft boards recently. Not a bad pick at all. What can you do, man? They have all their starters coming back.
Rotation guy. Definitely a good player. Definitely first round talent, in my opinion. But Tampa Bay is a team that has got all 22 of their starters back, and everybody's at the peak of their position. So any pick at this point would have been fine for them. And Jacksonville is on the clock for round 2, which will be tomorrow. We will not be going live, but possibly tweeting out. We'll figure that situation out. But
yeah, I don't usually tweet. I usually tweet for the first round. If you guys show us some love on Twitter at media_mixtape, again, right here. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at any of these up top. And we would appreciate you guys letting us know what you guys want us to do. Do you want the tweets? Do you want the live? Maybe we'll do it this year. Maybe we'll do it next year. Who knows? We won't do the live this year for sure, but we'll definitely could tweet out and stuff, some of the picks and talk about it. But hit us up on social media, guys. Let us know if you guys have any questions about how we feel about certain picks. Let us know. I may be going live on Instagram tomorrow to react to the Cowboys pick on my Instagram. Just personal thing to me, but it's up to you guys. If you guys want to follow me there at Josh__G2H and 2E's. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If anybody came in at all throughout the whole draft process, we'd appreciate you guys. Every single one of you guys, we're going to do this regardless of if anybody watched or not. So we're happy to see some people talking in the chat for sure and joining us for sure. Go over to Twitter, please, at media_mixtape. I tweeted every single pick in the first round from 1 to 32 and did a little bit of a poll. Great pick, okay pick, or bad pick. You go ahead. You make your voice be heard and go vote on that poll at media_mixtape and let us know how you guys feel. If you guys want to respond to one of the tweets and reply to what your favorite team did and how angry you are, let us know. Jake might hop off this and go on Twitter and say, damn, to the Pat Surtain pick.
I'm not even talking to anybody at this point. To be honest,
but yeah, man. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you.
yeah, and then, look, this is going to be an every year thing, so make sure to subscribe and follow us. And
but you don't have to wait a year to hear us talk, man. We talk every Monday and Tuesday, or every Sunday-ish, Monday, whatever.
Yeah.
Movies, music, and sports. Don't necessarily go live too much, but we do movies, music, and sports. Sports episodes are separate, so if you're just a sports fan, you want to hear NBA and NFL talk, go over to our YouTube, or you're here on our YouTube channel, Media Mixtape Podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. We're also on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
Yeah.
So you can check us out there. We also talk about movies and music on another episode every single week. We review a movie, we review an album, or talk about something related to movies and music. So go hit us up over there. Let us know how you watch our podcast. You can hear us talk all year long until next year's draft.
Yeah, absolutely. So make sure to go subscribe there. All of our other links are going to be below in the description. So make sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff. And we definitely will be talking about this draft and this week's upcoming episode. So definitely subscribe. That's going to do it for this live draft reaction, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.